All right, here we are in the building, live and direct. Uh, Jump on, hop on, holla. I'm trying to get some tunes in here, see what's cracking. Vanilla news always keeps it buzzing. As you can see, Frank the Tank with the business. Let me drop some links, try to get some fools up in here. I'm doing it live, man. Just trying to keep it going, control the narrative, put the spin on it. Not much happening, but David being exposed. His whole team is turning on it. Basically, the whole team is turning on each other from what I can gather. So the link is there, bro. The link is there. Jump in, hop on. You know, you know. Trying to get this shit jumping. What up? What up? Knockout Ned in the building. The usual suspects, man. They want that boxing news. I'm here to drop it, man. This shit is tough, man. Have a quiet moment. At the casa. Wednesday for the middle of the week. Really not big fights coming up. So Canelo Alvarez still in the headlines as usual. Y'all see what it is. David and his manager are supposedly disagreeing with each other. A lot of confusion amongst Team Benevidez. Right? He's not even Benevidez anymore. It's Benevidez. That's what I'm gonna call him now. Benevidez. Benevidez. Everybody. His manager says that the Morrel fight was signed. David said nothing signed. So it seems like okay. Brown Mexican says my titles are weird. What do you mean they're weird? Brown Mexican, hop in, speak your piece, speak your mind. Well, look, man. Here's a little tip. If when you're doing this type of work, media. I'm gonna call myself media. Fuck it. All right, this is what we do. You have to be able to entice people. So when they're doing their searches, what do people search? They'll search basically the trending news, which is Canelo Alvarez. Right? So it's a little trick of the trade. You get people curious. Is Canelo still the king? And then they hop in, tune in. Or they tune out, whatever. Like and subscribe. Like you're supposed to always say every fucking 10 minutes. Like and subscribe. Comment. Dude, you guys gotta leave comments, man. Leave some comments. Say whatever you want, The more likes, subscribes, and comments, the more that I'll get pushed up the algorithm, The longer I stay on here, the more shows I do. Basically, the more I get pushed up the ladder, when you do your searches. Right now, it's some Mad Chad, I got blocked there. I don't know why. I guess this clown who was on the other day, Yimmy was on there crying like a little bitch because we exposed him here, on my channel. We got it in. So, I put Canelo in headlines. Canelo sells, right? He's always still in the headlines. Canelo sells, bro. That's why these guys who do these YouTube shits, they may like Teofimo, they may like fucking David Benevidez, but he don't sell, man. Don't nobody know who the fuck these guys are. Basically, by us talking about him, that's who gives him his clout, his rep. You feel me? So without us speaking about these guys, they have nothing. BDA, boxing scientists in the building, man. We got the heavy hitters here. We got the Godfather himself. Salute to a real one, and we got an up and comer. He's making noise in these YouTube streets. I know it's slow boxing news. Usually we all gather at the BDA forum. The best, hands down, honestly, bro. The only reason I even got in this shit, or I fell in love with boxing again, is because of BDA keeping it a buck, you know. And then I meet the CCD cats who are keeping it real in these YouTube streets. Then you got guys like the boxing scientist trying to build his shit. Honestly, man, if I can get half of what BBA does, I'd be happy. I mean, I'm not trying to go hard like that. If you could drop some tips, BDA, how you built your network, release a PDF, buy it for $1.99 or whatnot, on the Amazon. We could do it like that. Frank from the Bay. I am from the Bay Area, guys. 707, 415, San Francisco, Bay City, San Jose, the whole Bay, East Bay, holding it down, keeping it down. And I've been to LA, so I go back and forth, man. I'm in these streets, man. Grew up around boxing my whole life, the boxing, the business and whatnot. Worked with people in the business. Now I wasn't on that level, like just mostly like club shows, amateur events, things of that nature. Training people. I trained people in boxing for a few years. As part of a gym. But really, man, boxing is a tough business, bro. It's really, you've seen all these guys try to promote and can't really make it. So we got DAZN, we got the PBC, the big ones. We got who else? Top Rank. And Bob Arum is like 90 something, bro. 90 something, still going. So the news of the day apparently is David Benevidez is doing damage control. David Benevidez. Okay, so the reason I hopped on is that here's the topic, man. Salute to the homies. I need input. Hop on. Look, man. Apparently, it looks like they're calling it Jaime Munguia, right? And I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. It is what it is. It's us versus everybody. We're 300 in these YouTube streets, right? Because they want to hate on Canelo, they want to hate on Mexican boxing. I don't know if it's just all non-black boxing. I don't know these, and I call them Crips for a reason, because I don't think they represent any one culture. It's like a subculture, right? Crip is like an acronym. I don't know what it is. It's an acronym. If somebody could tell me what it is, but it's just this subculture. Basically, I don't know. We call them black supremacists or whatever. I got into it with them last night. The link is in my chat, Discord. You can go watch the show and you see how they get down. We heard this guy, Dirk Banks, Rare Stink TV on BDA, and basically says, we were talking about it got to Latinos, Mexicans versus blacks. And it was us versus them. Boxing scientists was in the building. We were throwing heavy blows. It was going round for round. And basically we made them quit. We made them quit with the news. And I'm going to get back to David Benevidez and what it means. Because the Crips are getting behind David Benevidez. So that's why I'm here. We need to control the narrative. We need to start blasting this on different. If you guys are into boxing, because this is the new era, right? It's all about controlling the narrative. If it's Ukraine versus Russia, that BDA specialty, the Renaissance, he drops knowledge on there. So yeah, man, we were going toe to toe, bro. They said that we suck, Mexicans suck, and the blacks kick our ass all the time, everywhere. They named all our legends: Barrera, Morales, Canelo. I mean, for some reason they love to just throw in that Canelo got his ass beat. It's like, bro. And I told them, I said, we don't look at boxing like that, bro. Our legends, Barrera, Morales, but they fought everybody. They fought each other. They fought blacks. They fought Asians. We're talking about E.G. Chin, Chris John. The Mexicans, man, they give everybody a shot. There wasn't anybody. The Eric Morales, Barrera, Marquez. Basically, we created fucking Manny Pacquiao, bro, off the blood, sweat, and tears of the Mexican fan base. Those names that Hall of Fame names. I mean, look at these guys: Manny Pacquiao, Barrera. I'm gonna throw in guys like Shane Mosley, Diego Corrales. These guys who Arturo Gatti. All that was a hotbed of action because you had Barrera, Morales all fighting and moving up. They were going to 126, 122, 126, 130, 135. Marquez went all the way up. You're talking about 122 pounder going all the way up to challenge fucking fraud May Runner. And he acts like he did something. And this is what we beat your legends. Bro, because they weren't afraid. They weren't capping. They weren't out here trying to protect O's, A side, B side. Mayweather said, get it, let's get it. Morrel is going up to 140 fighting fucking Danny Garcia. Dude, he's a 122 pounder. He's going up and fighting Danny fucking Garcia, who's a big ass fucking 140 pounder, man. So, you know, they want to throw this ammunition that all our legends lost. It's like, bro, all our legends got 5 or more losses, but we don't look at boxing like that. That's not. We're not here to protect each other. During that soiree, man, it was kill or be killed. You know, it was go get it how you live it. So bringing it back, so David now is calling out Jaime Munguia, and the Crips and Cuts they track. Jaime is not this. He's the most protected fighter ever. What is Oscar doing with him? The dude is a champion. They hail this Boots Jaron Ennis. Okay, over here he's Booty Ennis. He's a 30-0 prospect. He's never fought a champion. At least Jaime Munguia has been a champion. He's fought champions. Bro, he headlines. He sells out. Jaime Munguia, fights of the year, bro. Last year, fight of the year. This year, fight of the year. I mean, why are you hating on Jaime Munguia? You should be loving this guy. You should be throwing your money at him like fucking Arturo Gatti. You know, the Cuts, you know, I mean, respect to the white fan base. You know, you're welcome. Please hop on, like and subscribe, hop on, give your 2 cents. You know, it's hard to do it by myself, but I will do my best to give fans what they want. Look, Jaime Munguia is getting all this shit. Now, Jaime Munguia seems like they're talking about him and Ryder, and maybe he's chasing a salute to knock. Yeah, rep it. Somebody, anybody, help a brother out. Brown brother. Anyway, but I'm not brown. Anyway, back to Jaime Munguia. So now, Jaime Munguia's name is being David. So David's calling out Jaime Munguia. Okay? And guess what? The narrative changes. Now, oh, wow. That's a spectacular fight. That's a hell of a fight. Wait a minute. If Canelo fought fucking Jaime Munguia, Munguia's a protected fighter, ain't fought nobody, even though he was a world champion, not fighting, but he's protected by Oscar. They would shit that fight. Jaime Munguia's done shit, dude. He's fought nobody. But now that David Benevidez is gonna fight him, oh man, that's a great fight. And to be honest, dude, I would have to buy that fight begrudgingly because it'd probably be PBC. Hopefully it's a co-promotion, right? That should be a co-promotion because Jaime Munguia has enough clout that he doesn't have to bend the knee to David Benevidez. So, you know, like with the Ryan Garcia, Stank Davis, you know, we're arguing with the Crips. And these Crips said, because obviously they're pro PBC, which leads to Showtime and their allegiance, yada, yada, yada. You already know what time it is. And these bubbleheads just couldn't fucking believe it when I said, bro, I bought it on Zone. They were, nigga, what? You didn't buy what? It was Showtime. They did that shit all by themselves, man. What you talking about? I said, bro, it was a co-promotion. I specifically bought it on the Zone because I got a free month, and I basically got the fight. I got the fight for free. I bought it on the Zone. I said, hell no, I'm not buying that shit on Showtime. You know, with some Showtime shit. You know, PDC event. We already know how they get down, robbing people with the woey shit. Look, man, it's Team Stream. Put a hashtag Team Stream for. I think I dropped it in the title. Why is Crawford Spence getting no love? I think because people seeing that they got the personality of a bun cake. I mean, let's just keep it a buck, bro. Those guys can't sell shit. Spence, you know, he does well in Texas. He did well versus Mikey Garcia, but even that, bro, was that really a mega event? That was supposed to catapult him to superstardom. And then he had to pull out of the Manny Pacquiao fight. I mean, I heard it was a detached retina. I heard he wasn't looking good. Munguia will fight Ryder. Well, I think David's just clout chasing off Munguia's name. But my point is that Canelo narratives change daily. It's like if they can't find one way to hate the man, they try to think of another. See, they realize when David Morrel called him a punk ass bitch, I guess he sent this like long letter to the media. He's a punk ass bitch, whatnot. Uh, they're doing damage control because now him and his manager are disagreeing. It's like they're going to so many places in line that they're not getting their story straight, right? So the Lickowitz was saying that the fight was signed. It was already a 3-fight deal. I spoke to David's dad, and that was what he told us. And this is before the Caleb Plant fight, that they had a 3-fight deal with PBS Showtime. So they were moving past Canelo. See, you know, the senior is like this. He's clever, but not smart. Do you guys understand what I mean? Has anybody ever met somebody? They're clever, but not smart. It's very Crip-like tactics, right? They're clever. They can trick people. They can fool people, but they're not smart enough for the long con. You know, it's like a short con. It's like, you know, you have to be. There's some good movies about the long con, man. I think Nicolas Cage was in it. You know, a long con is like you hustle somebody for like a year or two, and then you pull the rug from under their feet. You know, but you know, David, he's a small timer. It's like he's not smart enough to go get the bigger boys. You know, so he's kind of like a little rat searching for a crumb. You know, and they're going to different places, but they're not on the same page. You know. Lickowitz, he seems slimy, like somebody said he's selling used cars, selling lemons, you know, at the flea market or whatever. Anyway, like, subscribe, and comment. Please jump on. Help a brother out, you know. So that's the news of the day. So now, you know, what I've seen is that David said he wants Jaime Munguia. They're in talks. That's what he's making it sound like. See, this is the thing. I mean, who knows what this David character is doing? And this is what Canelo does. He makes these guys, you know, turn on each other. So they're all scrambling, right? Crabs in the bucket. They're all scrambling to control the narrative, and it's just getting worse. It's like I said, man, at the end of the day, Crips always turn on each other. So your favorite Crip channel, your favorite Crip host, your favorite Crip or Cuck. Cucks, I don't know. Cucks are weenies. They're not going to turn on anybody. They're just trying to get by. They're not really swinging for the fences, you know. But, you know, one or two Crips will swing for the fences, you know, like these ego dudes or fucking, who's the other one? Dante, Cheeseburger, Fagnon, whatever these guys, right? They all end up turning on each other. There seems to be some neutral ones. I don't know, the coach guy. It's like, he flip-flops. One day he's you know, hailing King Canelo, and the other day he's shitting on Canelo. And this is the thing, man. See, this is what makes us different, 300 versus the rest of the community, is that we hold strong to our opinions. We hold strong to what we believe, right? Because at any day, the news is going to change. The news is going to maybe make us look bad, make you look bad. So what I was saying last night changed today. And man, Canelo looks bad. Because I ain't gonna lie, like when that supposed $50 million offer was out there, it was really hard to defend the guy. And this was just Monday. And last week, we've been hearing these things. Because Canelo Alvarez is, where is he, in Milan? Or he's doing fashion shows. You know, and I said that before. I said, man, here you got a guy, Canelo Alvarez, the king. And yes, he's still the king. Drop a king. #king if you believe he's still the king. You know, it's called a call to action, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe to tell us, is Canelo still the king of boxing? Look, in 2 weeks, bro, we've been at each other next. You know, we've been at each other. We go at each other on BBA. We go at each other in our own discourse, our own chats, our own groups. You know, because people, even amongst ourselves, we didn't like the Charlo fight. You know, I was going head to head with people who didn't like the Charlo fight. Oh, Charlo's a dud. What is he fighting Charlo for? I'm of the opinion that Charlo was a great opponent. I mean, it checked all the boxes, right? He's a black fighter who they said he's not, who he doesn't fight. So look, man, here's the level that Canelo's at. That even John Ryder, a guy that basically Canelo beat pillar to post. I mean, he beat that dude into submission. He beat the life out of him. And Munguia, that's a good fight for Munguia. Now, I love Jaime Munguia, but that just shows you the level that these guys are at, right? Charlo is a great opponent for Andrade. He's a great opponent for David Benevidez. All these guys are great opponents for each other, but you mentioned them. So David could fight Charlo, he could fight Munguia, he could fight Andrade, and people, oh my God, the Mexican monster is the killer. He's doing what Canelo can't do. Think about this mindfuck. David could fight all those guys and get massive credit. If he fought Charlo tomorrow, he gets the most credit, right? But Canelo taking on Charlo, oh, he's picking on a guy coming off a 2-year layoff. How dare he? He's avoiding Andrade. He's avoiding David. Oh, he's cherry picking Munguia. Ah, he's cherry picking Berlanga. But if David is even rumored to fight these guys, oh man, the Mexican monster. Oh man, you know he's taking on everybody. He beat up Plan, he beat up Morrel. I mean, the number one fan, Minaj, you know that guy, man. David's cup holder, right? He rinses it, scrubs it, polishes it, kisses his feet, washes his feet. The guy would lay down his life for David Benevidez. I mean, he told me as much. This is the level of fandom. I mean, I can't say that I would do that for Canelo. I mean, I don't go that far. As far as it goes, buy a ticket and buy his pay-per-view, I mean, I never met the man. I don't know what kind of man he is. Has anybody met Canelo in real life that is listening or wants to make a comment? Hey, man, drop a hashtag King Nello if he's still the king of boxing. Right? Canelo steals headlines, bro. This guy David is stealing boxing headlines with this news. This is what it is, man. I can't believe it. So now Jaime Munguia, and nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to talk about that. Jaime Munguia is not a suitable opponent for Canelo Alvarez, but he is for David Benevidez. So, man, it's all about controlling the narrative out here, Canelo seems to be quiet. Team Reynoso is supposedly blocking people. Last week they said it was basically official. Charlo was official. Then I see that Charlo is asking for more money. And what it seems like, man, is like we don't really get any legit news. We're not getting any reporters or anybody reporting the actual factuals. We can't get, the truth from this Liquowitz guy. He's going on different chats talking about doing interviews. David's dad is doing a bunch of interviews, but it seems like nobody knows anything. Because Liquowitz has said, oh, he's fighting Morrel. And then Morrel acts like he doesn't know anything. Then he acts like there was something that he made an offer, but nobody knows that guy. Nobody knows Morrel. And David fans, now they're doing damage control. When Morrel sent that message, calling him a bitch, this, that, and the third. Now Benevidez fans have to do damage control with that narrative, right? They have to say, oh, but nobody knows Morrel. Who's Morrel? We don't need to fight that guy anyway. This is what they're doing now. We don't need to fight that guy anyway. Can you believe that? I mean, damn, dude. That's crazy that they take it to that level. Because at first, it was like, oh shit, he's fighting Morrel. Damn, that's a dangerous ass fight. That's a dangerous ass opponent. Oh shit, man. See, Nello fucked up. He turned down 50, and then David, man, he's going to the next toughest guy. Oh my gosh, this guy really is the Mexican monster. And then in one day, in 24 hours, and look, when we wake up tomorrow, and then we wake up Friday, and then we wake up Monday next week, this is going to be a completely different narrative. It may actually end in a wreck for David, not in a legit wreck, but as far as like him looking bad in the press and in these YouTube streets, or he looks better, depending on what happens. Maybe Nello comes back and makes a surprise announcement, says he's retired. He said, man, I'm retired, man. These guys they want payday. They're horrible fighters, man. Let them fight each other. Because I remember that's what he had said. If you guys remember before he had surgery. He had initially said he was going to take a year off and he disclosed the injury after the I want to say after the Triple G fight. Okay, and the boxing world was at a standstill. Nobody said anything. It was like, oh shit, man, the meal ticket, bro. The guy who supports boxing is going to take a year off. And what I had said is, dude, that is a hell of a move. I hope Canelo doesn't come back, which would have been this upcoming September. I said, man, that's what he should do because it's going to make these guys fight each other. And then as soon as he does that, maybe it was January or February, Ryan Garcia and Stain Davis pretty much took the headlines at the beginning of the year. And, they were doing that whole thing, and Stain fought in January. And then we got wind of Caleb Plant and David Benevidez. And they fought, I want to say it was in March, right? Which wouldn't have been enough time, it doesn't seem like, to turn around in May. So think about that. If David wanted this Canelo fight, why did he fight in March? Why not do it in that January, February period when that would give you enough time that if Canelo Alvarez was going to come back, you could go right into a Canelo Alvarez fight. But he fights in March, and now they're talking about October, November. So it's like this shit was already planned, bro. They never intended to fight Canelo Alvarez. You just got to look at the dates and the timeline. They know when the guy fights. So they would have planned around, like Stain Davis fought in January because he was going to have the April fight, right? They're planned, and Ryan Garcia didn't want to take that fight because he said, well, that's not enough time to come around. So the whole David shit, man, I think people are starting to see, especially with Morrel coming out. We never heard this guy before, right? And he releases a press statement that he never heard anything. This guy had no intentions of fighting him. And bro, that's a bad fucking look, dude. That's a bad look for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, David Benevidez. Because I don't think he thought that Morrel was going to say anything. Because the dude's a quiet dude. Maybe he thought his handlers or Al Heyman were gonna handle that for him and keep that dude quiet so he could be the man. And maybe he wasn't ready for that noise. So, Canelo's up in, like I said, he's in Milan doing fashion shows, with models and some very sus people. I will not lie. There's some very sus people in these pictures. I've seen them. But, Nello was looking sharp, man. No homo. He was looking sharp. He's doing his king status thing. And David's like fucking doing interviews on this real musty dude, man. I'll say two-tone, something like that. Dude's a fucking clown, bro. I don't know. He's just always saying some wild shit. Dude look like a little fucking chipmunk. Like he got cheeseburgers in his mouth. And he's on here saying Canelo Alvarez is official duck. Man, I wish someone could help me with this text shit, man. I would play it for y'all and drop it for y'all on this on the stream. So we do got some fights coming up. It looks like it's J-Rock versus Adames, who is Charlo's Mando, but Charlo is nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen. So now this other guy, J-Rock, is getting another chance. And I want to say J-Rock, that Charlo won the belt from Jay Williams, basically. His trainer is Redman Williams. You've seen him probably on Twitter or social media. He's worked with a lot of fighters. Look for Adames to come out and put on a good show. The guy comes to fight, man. He can get knocked out or he can knock you out. And then Edgar Berlanga. You know what? This guy, man, he's a you know what it is, man, is he's he comes across as really cocky and arrogant. It's like the boxing fans hate Berlanga and they hate Munguia. But dude, Munguia does not have the type of personality that you would hate. The guy seems like a real humble, real cool. He's just like he got that little pie face, big ass eyes, kind of like, it's like in between goofy haircut and a cool haircut. He rocks like fucking Gucci. He dresses like, he dresses awkward. He dresses like a like a dude fresh from Mexico into the States. He goes to goes to the flea market and buys a bunch of jean jackets. I don't know. Why do guys who don't know American style automatically go to jean jackets? It seems like they like the jean apparel look. Let's see, Larry Liston, OG Larry Liston back in these streets, been MIA. He said Jared Anderson is fighting Chris Martin of all people. LMAO, yes. And they're calling in the next heavyweight champion of the world. He should have fought the Russian dude Zan. But yeah, you know what? And I didn't know much about the Russian dude, but from what I seen, people were posting stuff that he was very dangerous. Like it was a massive step up. And now he's fighting Martin. I mean, come on, that dude is a name and a name only. Okay, he's a former champion, but was he ever good? Yeah, man, I think dude is a hype job. I don't know. He's a smaller heavyweight. They have him showing that he's like, I don't really love boxing. Yada yada yada. Oh, okay, we got our first guest. Let's let the man speak. All right, bro, speak to us. Can you hear me? Speak to the people. TBS, you're live. Anyway, just hop on when you can. So back to Baby Anderson, Baby Gerard. And this was another thing I wanted to bring up. Okay, one thing I noticed, man, especially arguing with these Crips, who TBS was helping me swing with. Let's see what Larry, the legend. I think Jared fought a bunch of bums. He has some potential, but I think they fucked around with the other guy's visa and replaced him with a bum. I don't see him beating Fury, AJ, or Wilder. Look, man, Larry, I can't disagree with you. You know, you should hop on, but I know you like to just stay OG, you know, stay in the lurking and you know, crushing the Crips' hopes. Yeah, man, look, man, he's got skills, like they say. He got skills, though. He's having skills, yo. Okay, scientists, we're having technical difficulties, huh? Bam. So yeah, and this is what I was thinking. I'm glad Larry actually brought it to my mind again. Is that so we have the Nilla situation, right? And the Crips, they don't have any black fighters that they can get that are like literally on Nelo's heels, right? I mean, the Charlo kid, who is a champion too, undefeated, but they have ammunition that he's ducking. Okay, he's ducking. It's a cherry pick. Well, they said that Charlo was ducking, but now it's a cherry pick. So from ducking to cherry pick. Okay. I mean, look, those are valid points. That it's not truthful. It's taken out of context, but it's a point. I can give them that. But let's move our attention to the heavyweight division, like Larry Liston is showing us. You have Jared, is it Big Baby? The Baby Anderson? I don't know, man. They changed their names so many times. American Black Hope. Okay? Because it's dominated, let's be honest, by white guys. And they never fucked with AJ. The Americans did not fuck with AJ. They had their hope, King Wilder, and that hope was buried, right? He's still lurking. He's still there, but he's not a fighter anymore. I mean, the guy's not a fighter. Let's be honest. He fought Robert Helenius for... You paid $70. If you bought that crap, you got ripped off. You paid $70 for a white heavyweight in Robert Helenius, okay? Who looked like a wannabe Tyson Fury. Somebody mentioned that it was a psyop. It's like they wanted you to see Wilder knocked out like a Fury knockoff, so that in your mind, you know, you're going to replay that and then you think he really beat Fury, you know? Like, it was a wild stretch. It's the Matrix Reloaded, but, you know, it made sense. It made actual fucking sense. So, you know, back to... I'm going to bring it all together, man. I'm going to land the plane. You got to just let me go. Let me live, bro. Can a player live or what? You know, okay, so So now you actually have one. You have Jared Anderson, who is he's a small guy. He's like 6'2", 218. And he looks muscular, but then he doesn't. You know, maybe it's the snack. I don't know. He probably is going to look ripped when he gets some money. All right, you're in the building. TBS, you know, trying to make a name for himself in these streets. What's up, folks? Drop some knowledge on us. You got some boxing knowledge you want to share? I don't know. Is it me or you, bro? Leave a comment because we can't hear you. Anyway, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, why are not the Crips? If they love boxing, like I know BD, I know, you know, CCB, we love boxing, bro. We talk about everybody. Believe it or not, we talk about everybody from fucking prospects you never heard of to old timers, you know. And me, I don't really talk about the past. I don't talk about Fraud Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I pretty much focus on the daily news, really, you know, because I follow the sport. And I was like, damn, you know what's crazy? Is these Crips are not forcing Fury and Usyk to fight. You don't see a lot of, well, you see the media talk about it, but they're not pressuring. They're not stripping Usyk either. Because he's like the new GG, right? Usyk is like the new GG, basically. It's like the media, because he's Ukrainian, so they're getting behind Usyk. He's the media darling. But where's the pressure? The guy hasn't fought since last year. It was August. Damn, TBS, you messing up the show, man. Where's the pressure on Usyk and Fury from the Crips? Do they like boxing? And I figured it out. It's because there's no black hope. Jared Anderson is 2 or 3 years away if he gets there. Who's the American hope? There is none. Because if there was, you can bet $1 million. You can bet $1 million they'd be crying like hell. Oh my God, you know, Fury this. But they know he beat their king, so they won't go after him. They were attacking Usyk for a little bit, but now they let him off the hook. Basically, Americans and American Crips, for sure, have abandoned the heavyweight division. Why? Because the head is white boys. And they don't want to give it no more. They don't want to give it any more attention than they have to, because obviously the heavyweight division is the creme de la creme, right? Like boxing goes where heavyweight boxing goes, and that's one of the reasons it's kind of fell off, is because there's no American heavyweight to bring the fans in to the sport of boxing. You know, like the Holyfields, the Tysons. Because, dude, it's been about 20 years and the trend has followed. It was Lennox Lewis, a black UKer, and then it was the Klitschko's, and now it's 2 white boys. Deontay was the last hope. He was the hope, man. He was the end-all, be-all, and that's why you've seen the fallout. So, Larry, listen, with another comment. Let's get to Larry. Larry's a G, like I said, man. Larry comes with that boss knowledge. I want to see Jermell versus Jared. Okay, yeah, Jared Anderson. That's a good fight to make. The Wilder Helenius fight was a very weird, is all I have to say. Put Wild in there with the Fury clone. Revenge. Yeah, see, Larry knows what I'm talking about. Larry heard the spiel, and it makes sense to me. Larry is on top of it. Larry, don't ever leave. Don't ever change. Larry with another gem. They don't like the heavyweight division, which is why they use every opportunity to demean today's top heavyweights and to say that the heavyweights of the 90s was so much better. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that Klitschko's and Fury beat the shit out of those guys. They beat the shit out of Ali. They beat the shit out of fucking Holyfield. I mean, the only one who probably, from my experience and watching videos, that would have maybe had a chance is Riddick Bowe. That's it. I think Riddick Bowe was the only guy that had a chance versus this new era. Let's go to Larry. People tend to forget that Vitaly Klitschko was very close to beating Lennox Lewis, but didn't get the win because of it. Yes, Larry, I think today is the anniversary, or yesterday was the anniversary of that. Yeah, Klitschko on short notice in LA. was fucking Lennox Lewis up and then put him into retirement. And then the Klitschko era begins. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, it's the heavyweight division. You know, things evolve. You know, one of their arguments is that, well, the Americans are playing basketball and football. No, fuck that. Maybe the world has caught up to you. You know, Zilly Zhang, bro, a Chinese. We were talking about these Chinese foods yesterday. A fucking Chinese could be a heavyweight champion. Think about that. We could have the first ever. We had the first Mexican, Andy, the Destroyer Ruiz. And then we get the first Chinese. I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know. I think it would blow up. Dude does hella business, bro. He does 10 fucking 100 million views, bro. In his country, bro. The whole country shuts down for Zilly Zhang. Bang. Zilly Zhang Bang. I like the name. Okay, my bad. I'm drinking. Why are you drinking and driving on your way to work? What the fuck do you do, fool? That you can drink and drive on your way to work. TBS is on the edge, bro. That fool don't give a fuck, he said. Hey, TBS, pour over, down that shit, and put and use a headphone jack. What I noticed is the Bluetooth don't work for the StreamYard. But bro, you shouldn't be drinking and driving, bro. I don't advise anybody to drink and drive. Please, if you're drinking and driving on your way to work, please down it, pull over, smash it. You know, I don't know what you got to do that you need to drink. I used to be in customer service, and I would take shots because, you know, I need to loosen up to talk to people. But yeah, I don't advise that. TDS, get back at me. But thanks for tuning in and listening. Larry Lifton, coming with the heat, the fire. He brings the noise. Boxing used to be a domestic American sport with some fighters once in a while from the UK and South America. Now it's a global sport with Eastern Europeans and more Latino talent. Facts. Straight facts. See, you know what? You don't get this on Crip channels. You don't. You don't get this kind of, you know, groundbreaking, dissecting, analytical observations about the sport of boxing and where it's going. You know, I see some of these channels like us. They want to be like us. But they pussyfoot. They pussyfoot around this. They won't go at Crips or Cucks head on. They'll dance around these things. They'll say, well, yeah, it's global, da da da. It's like, no, bro. It's caught up and surpassed you. Because here's the argument. And we were going at it with last night. Crips and Cucks, they support each other. Because Cucks are weak and can't take a stand. And Crips are immoral, you know, savages. You know, they want to win by, what's the saying? By any means necessary. And they mean it. That was the catchphrase, by any means necessary. And, you know, I'm a student of philosophy. So I studied different philosophies. You know, Sun Tzu, Art of War, the Stoics, Plato, Aristotle. And you know what the key to life is? Balance. Because if you have a society that lives by any means necessary, it will eat itself. You will eat your young. And that's the moral of the story. You need a balance. You know, there's good and there's evil. There's positive and there's negative. So for everything you do, there will be a pushback. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to be mindful of the things you say and do and the message that it ultimately, the conclusion that people get from listening to you. So what I hope people get from me is that they realize that there is a division, that there is a narrative, and that all we're doing is providing pushback, right? That the people, what is it? Us the people, right? Us the people. And what is us the people? Is you and I versus the powers that be. It was always known that there was, this is Renaissance speaking, but it goes to the sport of boxing, that the powers that be, right? The power brokers, the guys who control the sport of boxing. You know, like the Saudi Arabians are getting into it. Okay, I don't want to stray too far, but it's us. It's 300, man. 300. Can somebody think of a name for that? It's us. Who can we be? 300. They say you have to be a purist boxing fan to appreciate Hanky. Larry, I will not take any Haney, Shakur, Andre Ward talk. It's Hanky Shakira and Andre Board. That is their name here. Okay? How come when they are some of the most dirty fighters in the sport, they reverse the word purist meaning? I agree. Larry, you heard this. We talked about it. You've heard me say these things. And the masses, the Cuts and Crips, when they team up against us, 300, they say that we're savages, that we don't appreciate the sweet science. Let me holler at the boy. It's 85 degrees and I need a cold beer. But why are you drinking and driving? That's not what I said. I get the drinking. I get the driving. I don't get the two together. That's not a good look, homie. Pull over or get in work and smash in the when you park. Don't be drinking and driving. I mean, look, it's a free world, it's a free country to do what you want. There's no excuses. None. Take a Uber, fool. You got a job, pay for it. Like as my pops used to say. You got a job, pay for that shit. Larry. Good to see you back, man. Dropping gems for the Chizat. Cheers. It helping me a lot, man. Jump, like, subscribe, hop on. Give me your thoughts, opinions. If you don't like me, if you do like me, if you don't like what I'm saying, if you do like what I'm saying, you know, if you just got a different opinion, it's all welcome. It's free smoke. We don't censor around here. There is no bitchin' asses around here. We ain't no bitch asses. Okay, a true Pierce boxing fan would follow guys like Bivol, Bam, and Usyk, people who fight clean and doesn't include Muay Thai headbutts or any other dirty tactic. They reverse every word and definition. Bam, boom, ping, ping, bam, boom. There it is, man. I need a soundboard so I can give the homie some love. You never had the homie love? Oh, yeah, I like the homie love, fool. Pause, no homo. From one of my favorite movies. You never had any, what does it say? You never had love with the homies? Ooh, Larry. You need to have some love with the homies. But man, Larry, man, I love this guy, bro. He be bringing it to the people. Larry, and you know what? You'd be banned from a lot of these places for saying that. Why? Because they're white guys. Look, man, even if we think, you know, we're a band of brothers, Latino, Mexican, you know, Puerto Rican, Kazakhstanian, Ukrainian. You know, we're like a band of brothers, bro. Because they're never gonna give us the credit. If you ain't the complexion for the protection, it's all eyes on us. We are the enemy. We are the chosen few. You know, it's like it's reversed itself, right? The boxing landscape to me is a metaphor for the world, right? Like boxing to me, why I fell in love with boxing because it was a metaphor for life. Right? It's blood, sweat, and tears, man. No pain, no gain. You know, when I would be training, when I would get, you know, black eyes, you know, a trick I learned was, you know, self-hypnosis. You know, I'm shadow boxing, and, you know, I'm listening to Rocky, and the no pain, no gain. You know, I'm sore, my body hurts, but that's when you push, man. That's when you push the hardest. And life will always throw you a curveball, bro. There will always be ups and downs. You know, life it moves like the tides, bro. High tide, low tide, you know, feast or famine, and you have to be able to persevere, bro. And that's the measure of a man, your perseverance. And that's boxing, bro. These guys, you know, they all got injuries, they're getting the hate, but you have to persevere, and that's us, man. So they don't want to see that, bro. They're going to hate what's not like them, right? Most people in life are going to hate what's not like them and criticize what is opposite. Let me say this. I have nothing against those fighters. It's mostly against the narrative that they push. But yeah, man, what introduced me to boxing, bro, was Castillo Corrales. You know, that was a banger. It was a hell of a fight. And you'll never hear him give him credit. I wish I could play a clip where these guys that was on there and they had the nerve to tell me that Corrales Castillo was boring. It was boring. Can you believe that? Morales Barrera was rockin' sockin' robots. This is what they want to tell me. That, you know, look, was Pernell Whitaker a great fighter? Was Pernell Whitaker a great fight? What did the chat think? Look at this loser. Bro, okay. Bro, what is jump on if you want that? I already was blocked, so it's not going to happen. So you're spinning your wheels. It's not a neutral panel, dickhead. They already blocked me. This is free smoke. You can jump on. I don't give a fuck. You ran off like a scary ass little bitch. I'll debate. Bro, it's not a neutral panel. Create your own show and have nobody on there. And we could do it. It's real easy to create your own channel, bro. I don't know if you're technically capable. But if I could do it, anybody can do it. Put it that way. I'm learning, bro. I just barely learned how to put music on there. Now I need artwork. You know, I'm trying to get some viewers. Please like and subscribe, man. You know, support. You know, and you guys are a bunch of fucking crackheads over there, bro. You got fucking McSniff, who's a fucking pedo fucking crackhead. And you got Get the Smog, who's like another meth head with no teeth. That's how he talks, bro. He sounds like a whiny bitch. Y'all, look, you guys come over here. Salute. A real one. Whoop, whoop. J Rocks in the building. Welcome, J Rocks. Let's go over here. Larry, listen, once again, I do support a lot of black fighters too, just not black Americans. Okay, respect. I like the Andy Cruz kid who was calling out that hype job Keyshawn. He already beat him 5 times in the Emmys. Yeah, man, look, man, I don't even really pay attention to those guys. Look, it's tricky. I don't have a problem with black American fighters. It is what it is. Are they good? Yeah, they got, you know, respect for Fulton going over there to get his ass kicked. But you're not gonna tell me you're the best. They're the best, and that's what it amounts to. These guys, they want to tell me that black American fighters are the best. Period. All throughout history until today, they're the best fighters, and they beat everybody's ass. And you know what? They booed me because I said, why don't they fight each other? And this dickhead said, Dirk Dickhead said, oh, so you're admitting they're the best? I said, no. You just got done bashing Mexicans for 5 minutes, or they beat every Mexican's ass, but they suck. Y'all ain't got no good fighters. That's why we beat all your fucking fighters. I said, why don't they fight each other? Oh, you're admitting they're the best? No. But if you're saying you're the best, why don't they fight each other? Because they're obviously not good beating up on bad Mexicans. Like, you're stupid. I mean, I hope some people understand that. Salute. TBS getting bombed at work. Yo, black American fighters are under the protection program and are the constant A side, and for that reason, and that reason only, I cannot support them since the entire system boxes risk for facts. Why would I argue against that? If I had to come here and say, oh, you're wrong, we're the best. We're the best. We're getting Crawford. Look, the best pound for pound number 1, Crawford and Spence are fighting. You're just a hater. It took him 6 years. Why did it take him 6 years? Last night, we had super cut. Any boxing fan. This guy, or he called him Christian Maharis. Okay, salute. He said he was an OG from the military. The homie was cracking. What's up, boo? It's Beef.
What's up, bro?
You checked the homie earlier. I was like, damn, homie, I didn't come at you like that.
Well, no, I think you misunderstood.
I know. That's why I always at people, dude. I at people so that it doesn't get misconstrued, you know? I was like liking this shit. What's cracking, fool?
No, bro, just jumped on here to see what you're talking about, bro.
Okay. Yeah, man, I just been ranting, man, going off what Larry said. But do you want to talk about, is Canelo still the king? Is David clout chasing? Is Jaime Munguia a good name for him, and why? Or you want to jump on this black shit? Black, what Larry's saying.
Black shit.
The black shit.
I'll say, it's interesting what's going on with David Benevidez right now, dude, because everyone was so sure that he was going to fight David Morrel after Caleb Plant, right? It was almost guaranteed. And then all of a sudden, you know, his dad more recently is coming out in these interviews saying, yeah, David, you know, he's good, but we're going to wait on that a little bit, and he's not ready. And you know what's funny, bro? The first inkling of this that I got from it was you know when you talked to Jose Benevidez on the other channel, bro.
Yeah,
And you
salute.
asked him about
Thanks for
that
backing
dude.
me up.
He started saying that this fool wants a payday. He started saying that David Morrel wants a payday and shit. And that's the type of shit that dudes be saying when they're about to say, no, I'm not trying to fight you right now, right? So I thought that was weird that he was saying that to you, bro. And he was already trying to make it seem like we're the big money guys and we're the, you know what I'm saying? Like we're the big timers now. And it's really funny that they want a big time David Morrel. Because now I think it leaves them absolutely no room to complain anymore when Canelo big times them and says, you're not ready for me, bro. You know, get your seasoning up a little bit and maybe I'll come see you.
So that's what Canelo says to David?
No, I'm saying, but no, that's basically, you know, I'm saying David has no space now. He has no room now to say that, to say Canelo's ducking him or whatever because he's trying to do some business shit. He's referring to David Morrel like, you're not ready yet, bro. And he's trying to big time Morrel. So when Canelo does it to you, bro, take it on the chin.
Yeah, I mean, everything comes full circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier, bro. It's just damage control. This dude, him and his manager on different platforms. That's what I was saying. While Nello is in fucking Milan, fucking model bitches. Nah, just kidding. I don't know if Nello's doing that. This fool's going to
married,
fucking.
Man. He's a good man. He's married.
Okay, Canelo's not banging model bitches, but he's there. He can smell it. You can smell it on him. These guys are going to these bum ass channels trying to do damage control, and they're selling so many lies that they're getting caught up in it.
Yeah, bro.
Have you
now,
seen?
Yeah, now, bro. Now when this fool Mirage tries to say anything, bro, like, nah, man. David looks like a duck now, don't he?
He does. David Morrel came out. Have you been looking at the stuff people are posting about what David Morrel had said?
I know David Morrel said, yeah, I can't remember. I know he said something about it, like, come on, bro, what's up with this?
Yeah, he called him a big ass bitch. You're a bitch. You're ducking. Shit, man, if I knew how to use this, I could pull it up and I could show the chat.
Let me see. It's on Twitter?
Yeah. Are you able to share your screen?
Yeah.
You know how to do this shit, fool. I'm learning, bro. I have to get at you to show me off air.
Yeah, bro. It takes a little bit of time, bro, I'm still learning how to use this thing too. You know?
Oh, okay.
So every time I hop on here and do a new live, like I learn something too, you know.
Yeah, it's tough, man. This shit. You should be getting paid for this, bro. People who do this hardcore, they should be getting paid. You know.
I mean, you know, it depends on the channel or whatever.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you're really putting in that work, this shit is work, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not too.
Yeah, but that's with the super chats and shit come in, right?
Yeah, but I if fools think we're on here just fucking smashing beers, jacking off, and loving each other, they're wrong.
That's
right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit on here, bro.
Bro, gaming is work. That shit is work, bro. If you wanted to become like a Twitch streamer, you gotta put in mad hours, do hella work. You gotta like plan your day, bro. You know?
Yeah, you gotta set aside some time that's dedicated. That's for sure.
Exactly, because it's hard to get on here and just talk. You'll end up be like, I think you would become a schizophrenic. Like, just keep talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's hard to do it by yourself, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then you're gaming, so you're trying to like game, eat, piss, shit, and then people are watching you. It makes me very, very self-conscious.
Bro, I can't find this. This fucking Twitter shit sucks, bro.
You know, like people are, because the worst thing you could do is like have dead air. You know, you're never supposed to have dead air, so you have to keep going. You know, look at the Buster Yimmy. This dude came to hate, but look, man, you get my hours up, you getting my views up. Never sober works.
He was never talking shit or what?
Nah, he's not saying nothing, bro. He was crying last night on like Mad Chat or something, and then they blocked me.
That you kicked him off?
No, he was crying about CCD and he realized he was a virgin incel and that they exposed him and that he tried to expose you guys and it didn't work. So now he's back. You know, it's like a bitch who gets caught cheating and is begging you to let her back.
Yeah.
Sobers, I know you done kick bitches out the house.
Yeah, I had to throw one out the car once or twice, you know.
Huh?
I had to throw one out the car once or twice on the freeway here.
Yeah, look, man, bitches cheat, right? It's not like it's a disrespect to you. It's like it's just hoes want attention, right? But they'll be begged to come back. I know that she was like, never sobers, please. I didn't mean it. It was just an old friend. He just called me like, bitch, you done fucked up.
Oh, hell no, bro.
And Sobers said he kicked her out in the McDonald's parking lot.
On the freeway, bro. Tuck and
What?
roll, bitch.
No, you're savage,
Tuck and
bro.
roll.
What was she doing that you kicked her on the freeway? You couldn't get off on the
Hey,
exit?
bro, there's that they did do that to some bitch around here. She died. She got hit by like 3 cars.
Oh, did they get in trouble? Damn.
Somebody did, bro. Like it was like a
Hey, because I've been driving and the bitch tried to attack me. Like the bitch was gonna kill both of us. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, right. She grabbed the wheel.
Yeah, like slap me while I'm driving, huh? Are you getting are you working on it? I'll just keep talking.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking for it right now. I barely got up on his Twitter channel.
Yeah, guys, look, man. If you find I'm not gonna say bitches or hoes. If you find a chick, a thottie, disrespect you, cheat on you, slander you, you gotta cut her loose, bro. And then she'll beg. If the dick was good, she'll be like, no, please, I didn't mean it. It was a mistake. That's not what happened. Dude, she'll come with every excuse in the book, and you can't fall for it. And this is what this Yimmy guy is. He's a bitch that cheated. I guess what he did, right? He's a whore. He's a hood hopper. He wants to go around.
Stupid, bro. Bro, this
Scared to go. Who's mad? Bro, you can come on right now. I don't care, man. I don't know why you're crying. We exposed you. You're a broke, bitter hoe, man. We used and abused you. You were gangbanged on here. I'm sorry. I thought you were down for the gangbang. That's what you told us. You said you wanted it. You said you wanted it 3 ways, from Friday to Sunday. Oh, who are they? Yeah, I kind of thought that, bro. He comes across as a Cuckington. Sir, that guy Habib and his buddy Eric Lortar paid off some with punch, a lot of either that or they repeat the same narratives. Well, look, man, here's what I got to say about that. They want donations. They want you to pay them. They want your money. Man, I'm going to tell you like this, man. All I would say is support if you like. So that, like, guys like me and Never Sober can get a fucking hamburger and keep talking, But it would never be my main. It's just like to spend maybe an hour a day because you have to keep doing it. That's the way the YouTube world works, bro. If you take a day off or you stop producing content, you get pushed down the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to find us. So, I need my coffee. I need my massages. But I would not be begging for cash apps. Like, if you want to support, man, drop 5, nothing more than like, I don't know, 20, 25, whatever you could afford, right? For those guys, man, they're on here. It's a cash grab, which is fine, bro. I don't knock the hustle, but I always want to be able to keep it 100 with you guys, man. I never want to have to pander to a bigger channel or a boxer, or I never want to have to do that. Now, look, Oscar, if you want to drop a few grand a week for your boy, I'm here.
Damn.
I'll be a shield. You wouldn't? Oscar can afford it.
$2,000 a month for who? For
a week.
After the PVC?
A week? No, I'm saying Oscar. If anybody, they listen to these YouTube shows.
You just talk about how good of a promoter Oscar the Boy is, maybe.
How great his fighters are, yeah.
Yo, I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment. You can hear my kid and wife moaning in the other room. What does that even mean, bro?
Yeah, or some people are just narcissists, and that's the impression I get from the HB guy. I'm not here to slander him. I'm not trying to call chase him. I'm just gonna look. Basically, if you're a public figure, you're gonna be talked about. Like somebody's gonna talk about Frank the Tank. They say Frank the Tank. He loves the CCD. He hates black people. Okay, prove it. Show me.
We'll be right back, bro.
Yeah. Begging for money? What you talking about? Who's begging for money? I don't have no. Do you see a cash app? Am I asking for donations? Stupid. Stupid. You're stupid. You feel stupid. Anyway, bro. Look, man. That guy, though, that Nat Chad, whatever the fuck, is a bunch of crackheads. It's these old ass hillbillies and fucking ghetto trolls smoking meth and crack, and they're like on there 24 hours, bro. Like literally, it's 24 hours. And Yimmy goes there to cry. They're a shoulder to lean on. They said, "Oh, Yimmy," it's like CCD. That's what they want to say. CCD is the most evil YouTube, and all the CCD are just evil. They hate everybody. It's like, bro, then go talk to them. Go listen. It's free smoke. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you what to think or how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Your name does not stay in my mouth. It's actually, yeah. Larry, yeah, man. I mean, it's like some fucking backwards, bizarro world type shit. I don't even think they talk boxing. What I heard was like a sewing circle. It was like people massaging everybody and talking about their life dreams and goals and aspirations and feelings and how they've been wrong. And then they go on to some weird political shit. It makes no sense. There's like no rhyme or reason. If you listen to that for 10 minutes, you will leave stupider. You will you'll have like a weird feeling like, what the fuck did I just listen to or watch? Like it's some fucking dark web shit. I don't know if Sobers is on some dark web shit, but that's what it is. Oh, Brown Mexican salute. We got some trolls.
Who's on some dark web shit, bro?
Yeah, Mad Chat is on some dark web shit, bro. They be talking about some shit like adventures into the fucking dark web. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro.
Share this thing right here.
It's not bro. Basically, bro. You know what it is?
Give me talking about begging for money, bro. Are they gonna pay you for working for hours for free over there at that other channel that you bragged about being a moderator at?
Yeah.
Did they cut you off any of the super chats over there, or are you a slave over there working for free?
He's a slave to the man.
You're working for friendship, huh?
Hey, we said it the other day. He said that fool, the reason he's on so much is because he's actually in a call center. So it looks like he's talking. It looks like he's making calls.
Well, he's acting like he's at work and shit, right? He just talks in and out.
Yeah. He's at work at the call center. That fool worked at a call center and they think he's on calls, but he's really on boxing channels. What a loser.
Oh yeah, but right here where it says David Morrel's calling.
Hey, can you hear my music? Do I need to turn it down while we play this? You getting high, fool?
Oh yeah, I'm smoking, bro.
Never sobers, right? He said the name. What's my motherfucking name, fool?
Always, bro.
What's my motherfucking name? Hey, Tim Zoo is a beast for that, though.
Benevidez es un perra y su papá es un fraud. Se cree duro, pero es un pequeño. I can't even say that. It's acomplejado. I'm not even gonna embarrass myself. Okay, he's calling Benevidez a bitch and his dad a fraud. He's saying he's real hard, but he haven't accomplished anything. His brother thinks he's a gangster, but Crawford locked him out. Oh shit! And his role in Creed was horrible.
Yeah.
All the Benevidezes are cowards. Benevidez couldn't walk in the streets of Cuba and without getting robbed. He talks shit about Canelo, but he's a coward here. Damn, bro. Hey, he's went hard as fuck on him, dude.
That's what I said.
Oh no.
What we got here, man?
That's David when he was a kid, bro.
Oh yeah, he's an admitted fat boy. Good for him. Like
he looks like The Rock. He looks Samoan right here, bro.
He does though. He looks Samoan, fool. You ever see the Samoan fools?
This is
David
false.
is
We haven't
actually
agreed to
Samoan.
anything.
Hey, he's adopted, fool. He's actually adopted. He's
He looks like the
Samoan.
Rock's kid right here, bro.
He does. Hey, go to this guy Two Tone. There's an interview. You want to play it?
Where happened? Where?
Go to this guy called Two Tone. There's an interview with David. Let's hear what he got to say. They're getting exposed. Do I need to? Somebody said I need to turn down the music on my end. Do I need to do that?
Yeah, it's a little loud, bro.
Oh, is it? Sorry, guys.
You even tell your whore mom I need sloppy head. Jesus Christ.
Is that better?
Yeah, now it's completely silent. Yeah.
But I like it though. Let me see if I can.
No, you
Okay,
right. It was too low. Is what I'm saying.
Sorry. Is it? Is the music? Is it?
It's good now. I think. Let me.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Two Tone.
Yeah. Two Tone, the superstar, something like that. Some chipmunk.
All right. Two Tone David Morrel. Wait, who the fuck? I don't know who. I don't think I ever heard of this guy's channel.
Does he pop up?
Nah.
Go to. Let me look on my end. Right, good looking though, man. I appreciate it. Two Tone. Yeah, it's two, as in two.
Oh, here we go. I got something from David Benevidez Sr. though. Let's put this on, bro.
Okay.
He recently came out and put out a post. I think it was like on his social. That if he said that if David walked down the street in Cuba, he'll get his shoes taken. You know what I mean? So, what do you have to say about everything that David Morrel has been saying about your son, guy?
Well, if David Morrel is watching me, I don't understand what the fuck he says when he tries to talk in English, when he has translators. I think he should fucking.
Wow, bro, he's trying to come for that racist angle, dog.
I'm just like trying to follow up and see what he says. Don't understand shit what he says.
Paisa saying that to another Paisa, bro. That's just weak as fuck. I really don't like that.
Man. We've been asking for that fight. I've been fucking talking to these people. I talked to his managers, everybody, to make it happen. There comes Ronnie Shields saying that he's not ready. He's not ready, And that guy, he just talks a lot of shit, man, and keeps saying all this shit. Why don't you go and talk to your team and tell them you're ready? Let's make this shit happen, bro. To be honest, that's what we're here for. I give him a lot of respect, for being on the Cuban Olympic team. And he's really good, man. Don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter. He has a lot of experience in amateur. And professional is different, I think he's getting better and better and better. Well, like in about a year or two, I think he's going to get better and he's going to be a really dangerous fighter. Why not kick his ass right now? I think right now David will stop him, But I think that guy just talks a lot of shit. He wants a lot of attention with the media. And that's what it is, bro. Let's make this fucking fight happen. Go talk to your team. Don't put that shit in social media and do all that shit, I mean, at the end of the day, the managers are the ones that make that decision, not him.
Yeah.
So he might want to fight Mike Tyson and talk all that shit, But if you're not ready, you're not ready, bro. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's fucking make that fight happen. Does it make sense? So I think he's watching right now, and if he watches this, shut the fuck up, bro. Go to your team. Let's go, man. The fucking contract is signed already. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Let's make it fucking happen.
In your honest view, man.
You believe him?
No. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this dude, bro. He's been jumping back and forth on his word. I was positive this fight with David Morrel was going to happen. So if he were, I'm interested to see what fights are on the table for them now that they can't get Morrel, because it's not going to be Charlo. It doesn't look like it can be Charlo because he looks like he's about to fight Canelo. And Andrade, who knows what's up with him? He hasn't said anything about fighting anybody. So who else at 168 could he fight? He's trying to bring up Munguia. Like that fight can happen. That's not gonna happen, bro. Like, that'd be like, what the fuck?
Go to do me a favor, Sobers. Go to According to Boxing. Are you familiar with this homeboy?
No, who's that?
He's a dude who does. He's like a fucking a boxing head. Like he gets a lot of shit. I don't know. He must follow like 1,000 people. But he's following this story intently. He's the one that's been exposing the Likowitz and and David. So he said that this is so messy. David Benevidez. While you do that, I'll just read the caption, so we don't have to read it. He has the video. So David Benevidez denies ever hearing what his own father, promoter, and David Morrel said about signing to fight Morrel next up until yesterday. Instead, David Benevidez prefers to fight Jaime Munguia instead of a 9-0 David Morrel, who exposed him earlier today. You can't make this shit up, folks. He even kept his head down when mentioning Morrel. Wow. Explanations.
No.
Yeah, look it up. This guy, According to Boxing, he has the video of David saying it with his wild hairdo. You know what? And look, man, while you do that, I'm a rant. Look, people think we hate David. Do you hate David Benevidez, Sobers?
No, bro, I like him.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like I don't know, man. It's a crib tactic. They're dividing us.
Of course. That's obviously, bro. That's been back from when they were trying to say that he wasn't Mexican, he was Ecuadorian, and he was everything else, and always his mama black or some old bullshit. Yeah, bro. That's just fans trying to drive a wedge between Raza. I mean, that I don't know. That shit don't work with me. You know, his dad's saying some goofy shit, but I mean, that's a lot of people's dads. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it, but there used to be Robert Guerrero's dad, the OG Vato. Who else? Angel Garcia, right?
Yeah.
Danny Garcia. He was like a Puerto Rican shit talker. And they didn't say nigga, though, you know? Like,
well, I mean, he's from New York.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to see.
I thought crazy when they hear Hispanics saying that. Like, where I'm from, bro, everyone's saying that shit.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it's regular. So I don't know that people act like
what are you doing?
You're racist. You can't talk like that. Who told you you can talk like that?
Like I get young people saying it. Young people, because if you're listening to rap music, you're gonna say it.
Yeah, bro, come on.
And it's cool. I'll be like, "What's up, now, nigga?"
Is this it right
here? Yeah. Can you? Is it me? You put the screen forward, or
saying you guys only negotiated for a week, and he's the A side, and you already had a fight with Morrel lined up, and all the stuff you see.
Yeah, no, there's no fight with Morrel lined up. I just seen that yesterday. That supposedly they said I agreed to the fight. I'm like, man, I bet this is my first time seeing about it. We're not fighting Morrel. Everything has been coming out that saying that. We agreed to the fight. I haven't even seen anything. I didn't agree to anything. I'm trying to make the big fights happen. Right now, we're trying to look.
Hey, bro, you shouldn't have re-signed with the PBC, dog. They're setting you up, dude. He's barely realized. He's like, "What do you mean, Morrel? And who to what?" Like, yeah, bro. They're setting.
We want to make happen. We want to fight Jaime Munguia. Came up to 168. I think that would be a great fight. Two big names. But if we can't get him, we'll probably do Morrel. But I'm just saying, man, there's a lot of fake news out there. A lot of people. If it doesn't come from me, then it's not official.
So you are gonna fight Dave Morrel because you're not gonna get Jaime Munguia, bro. They're trying to wiggle out of it, dog. Is what it sounds like.
Wiggle out of what, the Morrel fight?
Yeah, because Jaime wasn't at 168 in his last fight, was he?
Yeah, it was.
It was. Why all of a sudden they're so interested in fighting him, dude, when it was never mentioned up until like last week?
It's just a name, bro. It's just clout chasing.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, but it's just weird how all the talks were for David to fight David, and then out of nowhere, Munguia doesn't look. Everyone thinks he looks vulnerable, and now this fool's calling him, at the press conference trying to make the fight happen. I feel like he's trying to wiggle out of the deal that they were doing and say, "Hey, this fight will be even bigger money for us. Let us do this." And then we can revisit the Morrel fight. That's the vibe I'm getting.
That's smart. I mean, look, there's like multiple ways to always look at boxing, right? There's the fan perspective. What's the fans? We just want to see the best fights, right? You hear guys say that all the time. And then there's like a manager promoter side, which is like, bro, this is life and death. Everything's on the line. David Morrell's a tough fight. Why would you fight him if you don't have to? Okay. Did we lose Sobers? Look, man. I said that there's always multiple ways to look at boxing, like the fan perspective or what people say. We just want to see the best fights, right?
Well,
I mean,
that doesn't fucking happen, bro. Like everyone can say that shit and like we just want to see the best fight, the best.
Yeah,
that's not how shit goes down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude.
Yeah, but
like in a perfect world, you know, communism works. It doesn't work in
right.
The you know, what
everybody's equal. No, that's a good point, bro. It sounds good in theory.
Yeah, bro, it sounds good.
Man, this Buster's here. Should I let him on again?
If he wants, I mean, go ahead, bro.
Do you still got that clip? Let's play the clip before he gets on. You mean you're gonna have to wait? Where's that clip? Did I have it? It's in my Discord, I think.
He's saying the CCD owes thousands of dollars in bets. Who the fuck? What's that got to do?
Oh, he left. He left.
What's that got to do with
left.
Frank? Like, what the fuck?
I know, bro. Bro, I can tell Sobers has a mind of his own, and I hope I don't think people would listen to me if they didn't think I had a mind of my own. Like, you know, I can go various places and speak my mind. You know, I got into it with some of the, you know, CCD cats or whatever. Like, I don't know, CCD's like this mythical fucking clan or something, bro. It's like the ninjas, right?
I don't know.
Wasn't ninjas or like they're like some Shaolin monks or something, right? It's like you see it. It's like people seen them and heard them, but never seen them.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah.
There's movies made about them, but like the ninjas are a myth, right? When I grew up, I learned that it was just a myth. There was no such thing as ninjas, right?
What?
Did you ever hear that? You didn't know ninjas were fake?
Wow.
Oh, there's no such thing as a ninja. It was some Hollywood shit, bro.
The fuck? So why did I pay for ninja training?
You sound on the back of a magazine and was like, I can learn how to be invisible.
Who the fuck took my money, bro?
Hey, I got bought ninja stars. Do they work? I don't know. I tried nunchucks, but bro, there's no such thing. Ninjas are real. Bro, let's interview a ninja then. Ninja, please.
Damn, bro. What were we talking about? We're talking about the realities of what fans say they want and what they're
yeah.
It's what makes sense, bro. It's what can make money. It's the possibilities of the companies working together. You know, sometimes you get shit that's unexpected, like Davis and Ryan. That was a little unexpected, right? But that doesn't happen often, right?
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, dude, these guys are built for years. It takes years to build a fighter. I mean, what's the shortest amount of time that you can build a guy, unless he's Lomachenko or he's just uniquely special talent? Like, there was this Puerto Rican Colazo kid that just won a belt like in a 7 fight, and I think Akhmadaliev did too. He won a title. So they didn't have to build this guy, right? But they had this extensive background in the amateurs, so they were kind of built there, and they were just thrown in. But you got this guy Booty Anus, 30-0. He's still a prospect. So, dude, it takes years. He's barely now headlining.
Well, it depends who they're with too. I mean, it's that PBC shit, dude. They think about like when they first came around, dude, and yeah, bro, they're fucking always shucking and jiving, bro. They're tricksters, dude. Like they know what they're doing, bro. They're they feed these guys cans after can after can, thinking that's gonna build them up. And boxing fans don't like that shit. You know, they only accept a certain amount of those kind of fights. Where like, all right, bro, when are you gonna fight somebody?
Step it up.
And you'll fight somebody that's old. And it's like that's how like you end up looking at Errol Spence's resume. It's not stellar, dog.
It's pretty lackluster.
You know, it's not stellar, dude. And one of his best names is Mikey Garcia. it shouldn't be one of your best names, bro. If you know, like a guy from 2 weight classes below, from 135, who wanted to challenge himself, you know, who was kind of basically trying to do a payday, and it looks bad too when Mikey you can kind of say he kind of dug Crawford to fight Spence because he felt like Crawford was a bigger threat.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
It's
right.
bad for Errol Spence in this fight coming up. You know that right there. But like these dudes, they I don't know, dude. Like they feed them a lot of cans before they put them in any tests, and that's annoying as fuck to see. That's why I like watching MMA, dude. I like fuck with UFC, dude, because UFC is now getting a little bit more Hollywood and is getting kind of ugly and annoying now. A lot of times they'll baptize you, dude. They'll throw you in there with anybody.
No, the prospects have to fight each other. Yeah, the prospects have to fight each other like in elimination bouts, basically.
Yeah.
Some loser goes home type shit. Or like they fight for contracts. Like you win and cool, we sign you.
Some Mortal Kombat shit, you know, like Shang Tsung watching.
Yeah.
You have to please them and shit.
Yeah, because their fans have pretty much put their foot down. Like, we're not going to support your business. We're not going to be milked. They put their foot down, right? Wouldn't you say?
Who? The MMA fans?
Yeah.
I think that's just the model that they going to try to implement when he took control.
Or he said, basically, I'm not going to be milked.
He was a boxing trainer. He was in a boxing first. So he probably saw like, bro, if I'm going to make this shit work, I cannot do that. Those games.
Well, yeah. Why am I gonna? If I'm a businessman, why am I gonna buy your shitty fight? Right? You come to me because the way it works. What I've heard Bob Arum say is that like all these guys, like they're talking about Shakira versus Haney. Okay, so Haney is talking about fighting Regis. He's talking about fighting Tank David. You know all the names, right? Go to it. Go to Bob Arum. Ah, shit, man. I'm trying to think, but I want people to hear this to show how they decide on who to fight. You know, you get like options who to fight, and they'll give you an amount, right? Like one of the things, were you there when they were going over the lawsuit between Oscar De La Hoya and between Oscar and Ryan?
No. What are you talking about?
Okay. One of the items in the lawsuit was that Ryan never got a bonus for his Tank Davis fight.
He was supposed to get a bonus.
He's supposed to get a bonus for the fight, win or lose.
Maybe if he wins, he didn't fucking win.
Right, but in his contract it was written that he got a bonus for fighting Lomachenko, Haney, or Tank Davis. Win or lose, he got a bonus. So basically, it's basically telling us, the fans, you can look at them and say, oh, okay, I get it. So if he fights anybody else, he's taking short money because it's easy. It's easy money, right? I can just keep getting easy money, but I'm not going to get a bonus. But if I take on the top name, they're incentivizing that by saying, even if I lose, I still get a bonus. Like, so it seems like...
Is that what the basis of the lawsuit is on, or what?
No. The basis of the lawsuit seems like it's a slander. That Oscar is basically... When they had that Twitter war, it was slandering him. So he's not the Ryan can get out of the lawsuit because Oscar's not promoting him. He's like hurting his career. James said, you got to stop being so evil. James, who's being evil? There was something I wanted you to find. Click on Bob Arum or type in Bob Arum. There's an interview.
An interview of what?
He's talking about Haney's options. Davina.
I don't even give a fuck about that fool, bro. To be honest.
Well, no, but we're talking about like how the sport moves, you know. So when guys come on here and try to tell you that there's not an option, that they're lying, you know. Oh, Evil Green.
I heard they might be looking to rematch with Lomachenko.
Loma. Yeah, he was one of the options.
His dad said he wants to. They're trying to get at Regis.
He's not fighting Regis, bro. There's no way that fool fights Regis Prograis.
We got one right here that says the fight I like best for Haney and Stevenson.
Yeah, is that a video? What? Yeah, that's it. I think that's the right one. Is this on Twitter or YouTube?
Great entertaining fight.
Speaking of the undisputed champ, Devin Haney, right? What's the most logical path for him if he were to re-sign with Top Rank?
Well, again, all we can do is offer him alternative fights. What are the alternative fights? So when I meet with Bill Haney, his father and manager, there are a few fights that we can talk about, and there are probably others. He can fight the winner of this fight, maybe. Let's go to 140. He can fight maybe Ryan Garcia, possibility. He can stay at 135 and maybe fight a rematch, or a rematch with Devin Haney, or he can say to me, "Hey, the guy I want is a tremendous fighter and would do a lot of business. Is Shakur Stevens."
Which is the fight that you prefer as a promoter?
I like them all.
All right, so he said Tio, Ryan, Loma, Stevenson, and that's it, right? Well, these are
Yeah, but the point was that Devin Haney went on and said that Bob never offered him Shakur Stevenson.
Bro, come on.
Exactly.
That kid's probably begging for that fight. But honestly,
Yeah,
what the fuck is Shakur done? What the fuck is Shakur done to deserve that fight? For him to be like, yeah, I'm the best and I deserve the next shot at Undisputed. You've done nothing at the weight class. You beat this Yoshino guy who nobody thinks is good. This is working, bro.
That fight's not gonna happen.
And it's not even look, he fucked up too, because if he was an undisputed champion, or if he had his belts at 130 and he hadn't lost them on the scale, he could have probably automatically mandated a challenge to the champion.
Boom, bam, ping.
Weight class, but he fucked up.
Dude, that's it. You said it, and I think he did it on purpose. Like, I'm gonna be conspiratorial thinking, and I think they told him, "Look, let's just not make weight, drop the belt, so there's no pressure that we have to throw you in right away. We can feed you a bunch of cans at 135, and then until they relinquish the belts, and we'll go get a vacant title."
Well, I don't know. It looks like they're trying to. They think Shakur can beat Haney.
Shakur's getting Camboso.
Is trying to make that fight, bro.
I'm gonna have to. I think they're gonna feed him Camboso, bro. I think he's just saying that to clout chase, but they don't have any intention of that.
Camboso versus Stevenson.
Yeah, they're gonna feed Camboso to Stevenson. That's the perfect setup,
bro.
That's my prediction, bro.
No, I can see that happening.
ESPN already put up a list, and Camboso's in there as a next opponent. Because Pete Gang, Ortiz was supposed to be on the undercard of, and he missed weight supposedly, right? Because he was gonna be ready for Shakira, but that's too dangerous of a fight. That's Ortiz kid could probably beat Shakira. So I think they said, don't trip, don't worry, we'll pull you, give him some step aside money or give him a bag, and then let's wait for Camboso, and we're gonna feed Camboso to Shakira.
Damn, bro, not Camboso's.
Yeah, man, it's the perfect segue, right? You beat the man who beat the man who beat the man. You knock him out. You look spectacular, and then people are like, "Whoa, look at what Devina Hanky had 2 shit boring fights, and then this kid Shakira just beat the shit out of Camboso, who also beat Tio, who Devin Hanky's dodging and ducking."
So So if Shakur beats up Stevenson, I mean, if Stevenson beats up on Kambosos, he'll be on some. I feel like I just beat Teofimo, because after he beat
Yeah.
Valdez, he was like, I feel like I just beat Canelo. Like that fool's retarded, bro.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. How this boxing shit works, bro. Like when we talk about it, we kind of like can figure shit out. Just like it was last year. One of the homies, he's on my TVC, but he told me Berlanga was next, and this was before he'd even left Top Rank. I was like, bro, you're shitting me. There's no way Berlanga ever becomes a name for Canelo, not anytime soon. And now it's happening, bro. I was like, damn, like you can see the way these fools move, Like we called Danny Garcia becoming a middleweight champion last year.
Wow,
So
that's insane, dude.
What's insane?
Him fighting Lara for the 160 belt
At 158, at that too.
That's insane, bro.
Bro, it's really easy to see how. I mean, not that you're gonna predict every move, but you can kind of see the way these managers and promoters move their fighters. Like look, we knew like Teofimo was never gonna fight Barboza or Ramirez, and I was getting into it with the Crip, and they just didn't want to give Teo no credit. I don't know how you feel about it.
What you mean, who's?
Teo credit. Does he get your full credit or you?
For beating Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Taylor said he had no excuses. He loved the camp he was in. He was working really hard. He really wanted to win. He got figured out, dude, and he got dominated.
Yeah, this Crip tried to tell me that Teo didn't like what you said about Shakur, right? That he hasn't done anything to earn a title fight, which I agree with. But he said Teo didn't do shit to earn his shot against Taylor. I said, okay, I mean, go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish, bro.
Yeah, that Teo didn't do shit to earn his shot against Taylor anyway. Like he was just reaching for anything to dismiss Teo's win.
Well, like Stevenson don't have any wins like Lomachenko on his resume, so
yeah,
Teofimo was undisputed.
Thank
basically.
You. Yeah, I told him that, and he was like, "It don't matter. Teo didn't do shit to deserve. Why is he getting a title shot after doing nothing in the 140-pound division?"
Because Taylor thought it was worth. He could beat him, and it was worth the money. So he got it, and he lost. That's why. Yeah,
but they just don't. The Crips, they can't give a non-black fighter credit. That's just in my dealings.
Yeah, they wanted Taylor to beat him, dude. Especially after Teofimo was like, "Oh, Top Rank and half the black fighters." Blah, 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 blah. Like, I seen a lot of Twitter shit going on. Like people were like, "Come on, let's go Taylor," and this and that. So they're all salty about that win, anyways.
Well, especially after his black comments, right?
So
when he was going in on the black fighters,
yeah, saying like Top Rank's preferences.
Oh, do you damn. I don't know. Are you on the internet? Like you go to YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to I want to show something. Do you mind?
Show what, bro?
This fool I was talking with.
What are you talking about?
Well, about the Teo thing. To show you what he was talking about.
You want to pull up the video of you and him talking?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do that?
Go to YouTube and search for him.
Why don't you just send me the link? Put the link in the private chat or something.
Oh, okay. In the fucking the main chat, right?
I can
Or
just
chat
copy
right
and paste it.
Okay, man. See, man, that's why I need a tech guy. This shit is hard, bro. But it just takes, getting used to it.
You gotta get used to it, bro, because it's just brand new. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Bam, boom, ping. That's what I need too. I need some like soundboards. Like, do you know when I do that? Do you know what I'm doing?
Like UDA soundboard. His shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's from Goodfellas. He's telling that story. He goes boom, pam, ping. Nigga, please. I need that.
Hell no. Let me see.
But that's the argument about the Canelo protection plan is that his fans basically we're protecting Canelo, which is crazy. About what? What was I sounding sus about?
No,
is
right
Eddie
here,
Kane Evil Green?
my homeboy's right here telling me about Teofimo, and he's saying that he low key don't like Teofimo's personality, but he's saying that but it's obvious that he's really good and he can get even better. He can get better. How old is he? Like 25, 26? He can get better,
He's
bro.
25 with 2 pound for pound names on his resume.
Wins. Yeah, dude.
Along with Santa Martin's a good win. That guy Ocampo almost beat the shit out of or Campo just beat the shit out of Brandon Lee. He had Kome, Nakatani. I mean, those are solid wins, dude. They're not.
Where's this at, bro? Because this is a 54-minute video.
Let's go to let's see, 50. I want to say 54 minutes.
This dude right here.
Where am I? Yeah, 31:03. On my end, I can't hear.
Now you got
31:20.
You say Charla instead of Charlo.
This fool sounds like he smokes a lot. He sounds like he smokes more than me.
Fucking meth.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Now, this is why it's fun to have people like you get into the chat. And I am going to check out your channel if you actually have a channel, right? Now, he beat Harrison in that first fight, man. Get out of here. He beat Harrison in that first fight, man. That was a robbery. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a robbery. Castano and Charlo, that shit wasn't over.
It must be go 5 minutes back.
So y'all could kill the noise with that. It was a close fight.
5 minutes?
It could have gone either way.
Or maybe 3 minutes.
Wasn't that close, but hey, the judges saw it how they saw it. But
where are we going, bro?
That's just my opinion. What did he do?
Where we're talking about Taylor Teal, and he was dismissing
the 3-for-1
Teal.
deal is real. The 4-for-1 deal is real in boxing. How many of these fighters are actually fighting? If there's 4 belts, how many fighters right these days are going out there like Jermell Charlo and have to go out there and clip fighter after fighter after fighter to collect all the titles? Teofimo Lopez do that?
See, he's trying to dismiss.
He beat Kome. You know what I'm saying? Got to give him credit for that. He beat Lomachenko. Got himself a little 3-for-1 deal, okay? In addition to his little belt. So
3 for 1.
Credit, but at the end of the day,
what?
He goes.
What did Devin Haney do, dog? What the fuck is he talking about?
This is what they do, bro. That's what I'm saying. These guys think that I get on here and just hate black fighters. It's not that. It's these.
What is Shakur trying to do, bro? Isn't he trying to get an undisputed title shot right now with 1 fight at 135 right now?
But I'm telling you, they come up with any fucking hook, line, and sinker hoodwink.
Right. So knock it off. So let's knock it off.
Let's knock it off.
If anything, I'm telling you, I think Teofimo Lopez is a good fighter. All I said is I don't.
He's a hell of a fighter.
His shot at Josh Taylor.
At the end of the day,
see, here it is. He's
especially coming off of getting tranquilized by Camboso, so I don't want to hear this thing about his heart was about to explode. Right? Just forget about all that. And then coming up to 140 and having a lackluster performance in 2 of his fights. And then to come out there now and beat Josh. He didn't earn him, but he got in there with Josh Taylor, and he did the business. I just said it. You're hearing what you want to hear. But I'm not trying to force you to see things my way. We're just having a conversation, just like I'm not going to see things your way. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, if we agree, we agree. If we don't, we don't. Says Jermell lost the first Castano fight. How did he lose the first Castano fight?
I'm just trolling him now.
That's what I'm saying. How did he lose the Castano fight?
He got his ass.
He didn't lose the Castano fight. See, there you go. Now, you know, you talking about hater and haterade or whatever the hell the haterade is. I don't know what that shit means, but you see this about Jermell lost. He didn't lose no damn fight as far as I'm aware of. And then you say he also lost on the way up to Harrison. So Charla got lucky. Look, man, I think a lot of us have an opinion on Charlo and Harrison. I'm gonna tell you right now. Charlo didn't
He
lose
got
that
pissed.
first Harrison fight.
See, this is what they do.
And that second Harrison fight, well, we saw what happened. So it is what it is. It says Teal lost like your hero Charlo did, and they both bounced back. Yet you hate one. Frank Bay, I don't know how old you are, but you really sound like you like to act your shoe size, because now you're putting words in my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just exposed them.
I don't know where you get this idea that I have a hero. Let me tell you something, rocket scientist. You just in here, man. It's like a bag fart, just thinking.
It's like he's scrambling, right? He's like
anything.
brains are fried.
Say something. Teal lost like your hero Charlo did, and both bounced back. That you hate one. I don't hate anybody. You know, that's you saying that. You sound like you have some hate in you, man. Quit acting your shoe size. Boxing with Frank Bay. Now you and then you say Charla instead of Charlo, making it feminine. Ducking the zoo smoke, and we all know. Oh, Lord have mercy. So now
watch what he says now.
To have people like you get into the chat. And
this is their narrative, bro. We expose it.
Actually have a channel, right? Now, yeah, he beat Harrison in that first fight, man. Get out of here. He beat Harrison in that first fight, man. That was a robbery. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a robbery. Castano and Charlo, that shit wasn't over. That was
both of them should have lost that night, bro.
Y'all killing,
that's when Korobov spanked his brother. Yeah, boxed him. You remember
it could have gone either way. Harrison and Charlo wasn't that close, but hey, the judges saw it how they saw it. But that's just my opinion. But you definitely taking it to the stupid right now, talking about Jermell Charlo as ducking Tim Tszyu. How do you arrive at that conclusion that Jermell Charlo is ducking Tim Tszyu?
Oh, it gets juicy. He said Rolly Romero is better than Tim Tszyu. He said they're the same fighter.
Out of all the boxers, 154 pounds.
Yeah, he said Tim Tszyu is Rolly Romero. You want to keep watching? It's like 2 minutes. Does the chat mind? Let's go ahead.
I didn't think nothing about him until I saw him fight here in the States. He got first round, he got tranquilized. He came back, got the knockout. That was great. Then he goes now. Him and Jermell's supposed to fight. Jermell, you know, whatever.
Why he got his hair? He uses a
only
relaxer.
The fly on the wall knows what happens with these boxers. I don't know if you, Frank.
Yeah,
look like a Mississippi pimp pulling his hair back. And
but
he's an ex-pimp fool. They dress like
fights
that.
Harrison.
Watch, listen.
They fight in a damn matchbox, and I personally believe, and this is my opinion, from listening to Harrison, how he was thanking Tim Tszyu so much,
excuses,
and jovial, and trying to hug him, and Tony Harrison had a fight lined up.
Well, who?
He decided to take the Tim Tszyu fight. Tony Harrison wasn't even going to make $250,000. He goes to fight Tim Tszyu. Tony Harrison made close to $2 million for that fight. He went out there. Since when have you seen Tony Harrison look the way he looked against Tim Tszyu?
Now, excuses, bro. They find anything.
Hold on. No. Yeah. Because I watched that Tony Harrison fight, and before that, you know, and I think the next day I watched the Charlo and Harrison fight, right? Because I wanted to see how they really matched up against the same opponent. And I think I said this on BDA's channel, bro, but the difference is in those two fights, it wasn't the way that Tony Harrison fought. It's the way that Tim Tszyu and Charlo fought. Mm-hmm. When Charlo fought him, bro, he stood with him in the middle of the ring, and he just tried to box him in the middle of the ring. And they wasn't really moving around a lot. He was kind of just standing there, just boxing him into the ring. And when Tim Tszyu fought him, he was pressing him. He was boxing with him, but he was pressing him. You know, so he was pushing him to the ropes.
Yeah.
And then in the rematch with Harrison and Charlo, that's how Charlo ended up beating him. So it's like, you know, you can't say that, you know, and Charlo he was losing that second fight up until that knockout.
He was.
You can't say that, you know, he's all faded and something else. He fought exactly the same, bro. Is that Tim Tszyu just has a better style to neutralize him. I don't know why Charlo, he wants to stand there. He'll stand there and box with you in the middle of the ring.
Because they don't want to give he's the white hope. That's what they're saying. But listen to this guy. He can't give him any credit and every excuse.
All right, let's see.
But at the end of the day,
See, there's the words. He's a hell of a fighter. At the end of the day, did I say that shit earlier?
Right.
Bro? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
the retirement kind of fight for him. He got himself close to a couple million, and he played his role in that fight.
He played his role.
Tony
So
Harrison
he's
does.
calling.
He wants
He's
to
calling now. He's calling Tony Harrison a fucking sellout, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bet.
Trainer. He's a full-time trainer now. Tony Harrison sailed off into the sunset, man, with a career one of his career high paydays fighting Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu comes now and he fights Ocampo. I gave Ocampo more of a chance in that fight, but what I do believe is when it comes to Tim Tszyu, I believe Tim Tszyu has something special about him. Do I think he beats Jermell Charlo? I don't know, but I think that fight's interesting more than ever now, because Jermell Charlo is coming off of inactivity, an injury, right? Something to his hand, broke his hand, and Tim Tszyu has been out here plugging away. So his profile has continued to grow. His platform has grown, whereas before, not many people, and I'm gonna say people who are boxing fans, really knew much about Tim Tszyu. Everyone knows about Tim Tszyu now. So what you're going to have with him and Charlo meet is going to be a huge amount of interest surrounding that fight. What is Charlo going to do? Is Tim Tszyu going to be able to knock him out like he did Harrison and Ocampo? Because just like you talked about Castaño, right? You talked about Castaño. Castaño was able to hurt Jermell Charlo. And with Tim Tszyu, just like I've said before, Charlo can't afford to let Tim Tszyu hit him with any of those shots like what Castaño hit him with. I just think Tim Tszyu has the kind of power to where he could hurt or knock out Charlo. Because if he's knocking everybody else out, Charlo can get it too. All right? So let's see what old Frank Bay has to say. He said, okay, if Charlo beat Harrison and Tio got robbed against Camboso. I mean, hey, if that's your opinion, but Tio didn't get robbed against Camboso, but
I was fucking with him a little bit.
Charlo's about to get stripped because he keeps faking injuries. I mean, I guess you and that fly on the wall have a good relationship because I haven't heard anything about any fake injuries. He says, "Oh, now you got all the excuses for Harrison now, talking about fighting in a matchbox. Now the real Harrison didn't show up. Excuses for everything. This is pathetic. You get mad because I don't agree with your opinion." And he says, "Oh, blame the inactivity now. You're stacking the excuses for Charlo." No, we're talking facts right now. He's inactive. And for him to come off of an injury and not having to fight, when Tim Tszyu had, 2 fights? Being active, those aren't excuses. That's a serious concern for him to come in there with a guy and forget the activity of Tim Tszyu. Forget the power of Tim Tszyu. The confidence of Tim Tszyu. Confidence alone cannot fight. I'm going to tell you that. Demo Crypto, Frank taking it to the stupid. Yeah, Frank, boxing with Frank. Right?
I'm getting them.
I'm going to go and check out
Yeah,
your
definitely,
channel.
bro. He
I
definitely
can tell
gave you a whole segment, bro.
Right now, man, you're dangerous because, my man, you have not added to the conversation.
Wow.
You're just out here basically, man, taking it to the stupid and just, being annoying.
You're not giving me no obscene how they get.
I welcome all conversation, but you have not yet said anything factual. You're just out here complaining, basically. You're just making excuses. Nah, bro, just making up excuses, and you can tell by the discrediting of Tio. Come on and get cooked. I don't get cooked. See, I keep telling y'all young guys, I don't know what the hell that means.
He is a little bit older guy, so.
Who got cooked? What do you mean cooked? What does that mean?
He knows what that means, bro.
Nah, you just selling lies and propaganda. And this is entertaining to me to have a guy like boxing with Frank Bay. Because Frank Bay, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, champ. I will come on talking about propaganda. What propaganda? What propaganda? What agenda do I have? We're talking boxing, man. but you haven't said anything. I'm sitting here waiting for you to talk facts. I'm sitting here talking facts. We're talking about the inactivity. We're talking about the real chance of Jamel struggling with a guy like Tim Tszyu. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and Kubri, he wants to argue. Yeah, he just making noise. The fact is this, right? Before Jamel Charlo injured his hand, let me tell you something. No one in the world gave Tim Tszyu a chance in hell to even go around with Jamel Charlo.
Here we go.
Did they?
Even when you hear people now who are saying, man, Tim Tszyu has a chance. When you hear them talking, I'm not talking about guys like Frank Bay, because Frank Bay has said nothing. I'm talking about the Sean Porters. I'm talking about the Terrence Crawfords, right? I'm talking about these boxers out here at
all cribs, by the way.
When you listen to them talk about Tim Tszyu now, they all said before the Harrison fight and this Ocampo fight, when Jamel Charlo was coming off the Castano win, they felt like there was nowhere in the world Tim Tszyu was ready for Charlo, but they feel Tim Tszyu now is ready. He's got the momentum. He's got he's showing that he has power. He's gotten better over both fights. And the one thing, which I just mentioned, is the confidence. That confidence that Tim Tszyu has. But, I mean, to come and sit here and say it's excuses.
Yeah.
Talking about something factual.
They're
like
trying
Jamel Charlo.
So how you think, they're going to try to set up Tim Tszyu, right?
What you mean?
They're going to set it up. They don't want him to beat Charlo.
Yeah, no, they have a deadline. It's September or he gets stripped.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I just want we're going to finish this. I just want you to hear him say that Tim Tszyu is Rolly Romero. And then we'll
being
cut
inactive due to an injury. I don't see how I'm taking anything away from Tszyu. I said he's a threat. He's a real threat. Tim Tszyu is a threat. He's a threat to anybody that he fights. Simple. I mean, it's like Rolly Romero.
There it is.
Rolly Romero is a threat to anyone he fights. Matter of
He
fact,
just
I'm
went
gonna
there.
compare Tim Tszyu to Rolly Romero. Compare them.
See, I just beat him.
Tim
No,
Tszyu hasn't
over.
shown me anything too impressive with head
Yeah,
movement.
you know what? He keeps
with
reaching to his
footwork.
nose too much, bro.
Right? Fighting on the inside, fighting at mid-range, fighting on the
I've been
outside.
watching him play with his
He
nose
hasn't
the whole
shown me
time, bro.
anything.
He's playing with his
Catching, countering,
nose.
slipping, countering, stepping around, banging to the body, coming up to the head, doubling up the right hand. He hasn't shown me anything. Feints, nothing. He's just a strong guy who happened to have two opponents in front of him. He did the business. They fought in the damn matchbox. And it is what it is. He's got power. Rolly Romero has power too. Rolly Romero has a title. So don't come out here unless you're going to say something factual about Tim Tszyu. Now, the things we just talked about, Jamel Charlo can do all that. He's proven he can fight on the inside. He can fight off the ropes. He has impeccable footwork. His ring generalship is amazing. Yeah. All those things matter. His IQ.
That's enough.
Tim
Well,
Tszyu,
we heard.
when it comes to those categories that we just mentioned, right?
So that's Jamal, right? Or Jermel?
Yeah, the undisputed one, the 154 pounder.
That's Jamal.
He just said that's Jermel.
Jermel.
Yeah, he just said that Tim Tszyu is Rolly Romero.
Oh yeah, bro. Come on, bro. That's just straight bullshit. They don't fight the same. Yeah, dude. Tim Tszyu doesn't need help in fights like that.
But bro, it just goes. I just wanted to show that to show you, like, you can see they just don't want to give any non-black fighter credit.
Oh yeah. Of course. That's bro. That's nothing new. That doesn't. I mean, of course, we pointed out, right? But it's like if you point it out to these people, to them, bro, they'll just do the same thing he's doing. Like, he'll just deflect. He'll just pinch his nose, and you'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He said, yeah. I mean, they have a very skilled deflect game.
It's like they hit themselves with that shit from Men in Black.
Yeah, you know what? It's
like they blanked the last 5 seconds out of their fucking mind. And
bro, sobers. Have you ever caught a woman in a lie?
Yeah.
It's like catching a woman in a lie. She'll never admit it. She'll say she's sorry, but she'll never admit it, right? Because all you want is the, huh?
Yeah, you know, you're right. Yeah.
And she'll just spin she'll just keep going. She'll run with it. She'll just keep saying different things, but this, but that, but no.
Start crying and shit.
Yeah. Until you start to believe that you're like, basically she'll do it until you start to feel like you're being mean. Like, damn, maybe I'm being too hard on her.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. No, yeah, for real. Like single mother, you know, shit.
Right.
Like that's what happens when you're raised by a single mother, kind of shit.
Hey, that's a good point. Yeah, it's very feminine ways, and look, women are great, right? Like a woman, we you know, I go on date night, I go out with women because I like the company of women, right? Like I'm sure Sobers fucks, right? You're a guy that fucks, right?
I'm a virgin, bro.
You're an incel, a coomer.
I'm waiting for the one.
Don't believe it. If his chick is listening, Sober doesn't fuck. He's a committed man. He's a committed man. He's told me off the air. Sup, Alfredo in the building. Light side, come on. Sober's holding it down. But yeah, I like the company of women, right? Like, because you know they can talk. You know, they're emotional. You know, like I can talk to women about things that I can't talk to Sobers about. You know, I can express my feelings, right? Because men have feelings. Sobers, you have feelings, right?
Sometimes, bro.
You have pets?
That's my smoke.
You have pets?
Pets? No.
No. Maybe you are a psychopath then. I don't know.
I love my kids.
I'm sure. Okay, there you go. Like, you know, he has feelings. He can be emotional. But amongst men, we're not. It's frowned upon to show your emotions. Wouldn't you say?
No, go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no. I'm asking you, like, amongst men, it's frowned upon to show emotion.
Well, yeah. I mean, no one's like some whiny little bitch, bro. You know?
Yeah, like Yimmy earlier.
All the time.
We want answers. We want concrete facts. We want something that we can hold on to. We're very material. We're very what's it called? Not physical. Sensory beings.
Rational?
Huh?
Rational?
I wouldn't say rational, but like we need concrete. Like we need to be able to see, feel, or hit something. Like we're sensory. Like men don't. We won't believe our emotions. Men need to control their emotions because we'll fight, right? Like I almost triggered you. I think I did trigger you. And I was like, hold on, Sobers. Sobers
bro,
about
honestly, to. Hey, bro, honestly, I feel like you're taking it completely the wrong way.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you, fool. But you know, we have to control our emotions. Anyway, getting back with this guy, like women, they can lie so well because they can start to feel their emotions and it'll make you believe it. Like actors, right? Actors can make you believe because they're in touch with their feelings. So, you know, that's how you beat a lie detector test is you believe the lies that you're saying, which is emotions. And that's what these guys do. You see, he like Sober said, he start touching himself. He start looking away. He's scrambling for something to feel so that he can continue to lie.
Right.
So guys, when you're talking to women and you don't believe her, just watch for all the signs. Watch for the emotional keywords. You know, just a little heads up. But that's what these guys do, bro. You can't really have a boxing discussion with them because they'll just deflect or dodge. It's like this whole David thing, bro. It's like they want you to believe that Canelo's ducking the Mexican monster, right? They want you to believe that now he's not ducking Morrel. They want you to believe all these fucking narratives, these lies.
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah. It's just like it's trying to frustrating to try to debate with some people, because like when old boy was on BDA's channel, he was talking about how Canelo's ducking and he's ducking his mandatories and this and that. And I'm like, bro, he just literally just fought his mandatory, and his response was, "But nobody give a fuck about no mandatories." Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, that was just your sticking point a second ago. Like, you know. So it's
he just reached for emotion.
Yeah, those sandbags
for like emotion and belief. Like you just said what you said, and now you said, "Don't nobody give a fuck about that."
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh man, I love when they do that. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. Oh man, that's crazy that they'll do that. Hayes Alchemist, Benevidez is a hypocrite. Look, man, David is doing what he needs to do, right?
He needs to fight David Morrel.
No, but I mean, he's chasing the Canelo fight. He's talking about Munguia. Like he's doing what he needs to do to sell himself, right? But it's just like when I go to the mall. You ever had somebody try to sell you a fucking curling iron? Sobers, you know those guys that are in the middle of the mall?
Hell yeah, they're like, come here, bring your girl, bring your girl. This. And you're like, nah, bro, hell no.
You know, my dad, like I'll be with my dad, and my dad, he has a big heart, like he's massive OG, and we'll be walking through the mall, and I'm the type to be like, yo, get the fuck away from me, bro. My dad's more like, hey, son, he's just trying to earn a buck, you know? Don't be too hard on him. Like my dad will listen. You know, he's ex-military, right? So, you know, he'll listen, but you could tell it's like he's just letting the bullshit go through him. Yeah, because he knows, like he knows the guy's just trying to earn a buck. Like I'm rude. I'll be like, hey, fucking, y'all say something, you know, mean and piss the guy off, and then I'll get into it with dude. But my dad's like, he'll let them talk, and he's like, okay, you know, I'll come back, I'll check it out, blah blah blah.
So you get a fight in the middle of the mall.
Yeah, because they're aggressive as fuck. Or you ever see the dudes who try to sell the airplanes? They be flying those helicopters in the middle of the mall.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, like motherfucker, you almost knocked me over, bitch. They hella aggressive, bro, on everything. Those Indian dudes are aggressive as fuck in the mall. You know, it's repulsive to me. But my dad, like I said, he listens and he has a heart. He's sympathetic, and he tells me like they're just trying to earn a buck. So that's how I just try to look at it, right? Like, hey, he's doing what he needs to do. All of them, right? David Morrel's trying to do what he needs to do. It's just the fanboys get on here, and it's like they want to tell you that Canelo's ducking, or that your fighter ain't shit. He's a lying piece of shit. That's what they want to do, you know. So I get on here with my life, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna dispel the narrative. But go ahead.
No, you go ahead, fool. I was gonna say nothing.
Oh, okay.
What was he say? Well,
you know,
so Jamal's gonna fight Canelo, right? Basically.
I think that's what it's gonna be. Bro. He's on vacation right now.
Go down, bro.
I said it before. I think it's a good fight. It's a dangerous fight. Charlo, we were saying he's going to be on 2 years, all juiced up. He's been doing steroids for 2 years. He's going to look like Mr. Olympian out here. Fucking big-ass black dude. He's going to be looking like Mr. T. You know, snarling. Fucking, you know, trying to grab Canelo's daughter's ass. You know, he's going to go full heel, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you know, he's going to be like, I'll fuck your wife. I'll fuck your daughter. I'm going to fuck your whole family. I'll fuck your family dog.
Lang and this shit.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be a real. We think it's bad we think black and brown relations are bad now. It's gonna go to fucking what's that? Cat 9, the fucking orange. You know that warning when the height alert. What's it called?
DEFCON.
Yeah, DEFCON 4 and shit, bro. It's gonna get real. You think it's racist now? You ain't seen nothing.
It's gonna get spicy, bro. But I don't think that Charles gonna be running his mouth like that.
Basically, this shit's gonna end relationships. You know, it's on that type of shit. Like how COVID ended hella families. Like, did you see people battling on Facebook? You know, I've literally seen family members. They're not talking anymore because of that shit.
Damn, bro.
Right? Yeah, it gets real, bro. It gets real. Fools break up. Fools stop talking to brothers over some fucking Charlo and fucking Canelo. You're gonna lose friends, fool.
I'm gonna do that, bro. I got any Charlo fan friends.
No, you could be at the barbershop, you could be at work, and some cuck starts talking about, yeah, Canelo was ducking David, and now Charlo's gonna whoop his ass. You gonna check that fool?
What happened?
I say you could be at the barbershop and you overhear some fool talking Charlo Canelo, you might have to square up with them.
I want to square up with them over that shit.
Nah, I know.
I tell straight about what's gonna happen in the fight.
Yeah, but you know you could lose your barber. You'd be like, man, I don't like Never Sober's takes. He's getting spicy with it.
Hell no. You're gonna do my hairline crooked and shit. Then we will fight. Then we will fight.
You know, because you never know, you know what side people are gonna take. I don't know. There's just a lot of flip floppers in boxing. You know, like I see some. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
You know, like I've literally had falling outs already with guys I used to go on their show, and I seen that they didn't really take a stand, and I said I can't fuck with dude anymore. He's a cuck. He's cucking. And before I talk shit to him, I decided not to say nothing at all. You know.
Yeah.
And there's a name that I know. You know, I'm sure like the Hispanic channels know, and he's choosing to supposedly be objective. He's have you seen these guys? Like they're above it all. Like I'm objective about boxing. I'm not a fan. I keep it real. You know these guys?
Yeah. I mean everybody can do that. That's easy, bro.
Huh?
Everyone can have an objective opinion, bro. That's no fun, you know?
It ain't no fun that the homies can't have none. You're right. And here's the thing. You know what that is? You know what that is? It's cowardice. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you are it's basically you can put yourself in a place to never be wrong and always be right. If you go down the middle with everything, you're never wrong, right?
Yeah.
You can always be right. You can say, well, David was always going to fight Morrel, but we can't really look at Canelo. You know, we know he doesn't want to take the tough fights. You know, I'm just being objective, bro. There's no such thing as objectivity. They're just not. If you're a robot, if you're fucking Chat GPT, and you can put it in and it's an AI robot, maybe. But then who made the robots? Humans. And what are humans? Humans are fallible creatures. You know, we get things wrong all the time. Yeah, flip-flopper. It's a two-timing, a two-faced flip-flopping ass. You know what I learned? I don't know, Sobers, if you can agree with this. I had to drop people that were friends with everybody.
What you mean?
Like, I can't trust a guy who doesn't have any enemies. I can't trust a guy who's friends with everybody.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, if you're friends with everybody, like, it just means you're a people pleaser. You're trying to be friends with everybody.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I had a friend in school one time, and I noticed, like, he just was friends with everybody. Okay, yeah, he's a friendly guy. But then I noticed, like, I had beef with somebody, and I didn't mean, I wasn't that he needed to take my side, but he didn't have an opinion. And I said, bro, every man has an opinion. Every man feels some type of way. You can't tell me you don't think in things in terms of wrong and right. You can never be 100% objective. And I know there's a lot of boxing fans are trying to, with this David and Canelo thing, they're trying to do that. But
well, if they are being objective, they're gonna have to start calling Benevidez a duck now because he's acting like he don't want to fight Morrel when he should.
Yeah, so man, that's a good ass point.
That needs to happen.
And the dude that I'm talking about, I'm just not gonna drop his name. The dude I'm talking about, he actually flip-flopped on that. He said, well, we just don't have enough information right now. I think you guys are fanboying. He just regurgitated some like real cookie cutter, supposedly journalistic integrity.
Right.
And he said that us, like you and I, or people with bigger platforms, boxing platforms, are just fans with a microphone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. That's what YouTube is, bro.
Exactly.
Who's gonna give you a better opinion than the fans?
Yeah, I mean, we're the ones who buy the fight. I mean, okay, so a journalist tells you something, or he says he has inside information.
They gotta stay friends with people. They gotta make friends, you know. So they're gonna hold their tongue and shit.
Yeah, and I noticed that today. Like some reporter, he keeps reporting about these fights in the Middle East, like Usyk and Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. But he keeps just saying it. He keeps saying it's reported, and it's like, bro, it sounds like you're being paid off. It sounds like you're not investigating. You're just somebody sent you a couple bucks, and you're just gonna write about it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Say, bro, I gotta hop off, folks. So
okay,
a little bit later if I can.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, yeah.
For helping me keep going. Sobers, I think, is really high right now, and he needs to get some grub. Thank you. Never Sobers was a hell of a chat, man. I really appreciate it. He gave us the with the knee crit bashing. So I missed some comments. Please like and subscribe. Please, support the channels that we're here. Punch Drunk. I'm glad you mentioned him, man. Dude, honestly, he's like, he flip-flops. He knows it. I tell him, I speak to the man. If he wanted to come here, it's free smoke. It's open. Look, man, everything's open to debate. There's nothing that I say that can't be challenged. It's just like when you seen I went to the crib. You know what a crip would do, or a cut, or somebody trying to control power? You know what they'll tell you? It's not debatable. Speak the facts. You don't have no facts. All you have is an opinion. That's what they'll tell you. They'll try to tell you that something can't be challenged. And one thing my dad always told me, man, he said, challenge everything. There's a way to go about it though, right? Like, if I want to challenge my teacher, talk to him after class. Don't see what people would do is do it in front of the class, and I would get in trouble. He's like, don't challenge the principal in front. Write a note. Have me. I'll come talk to him if you have a problem. You don't ever have to listen to anybody. And like I said, my dad was actually a military man, so he had to follow rules and shit. But he said, don't ever be afraid to challenge authority. Right? Like, that's being a man. And he was in authority. He had positions of authority. And you couldn't challenge authority. But in the public life, town hall, getting involved in politics, in business, amongst family, family have disputes over money or whatnot, or political opinions. And, we grew up in a censored household. So when he finally was able to leave the nest, go into the real world, he realized, the people who get ahead are the people who challenge authority. They don't take no for an answer. You should always challenge those that tell you not to question something, right? So it's okay to question Canelo Alvarez. But here's the other thing, though, too. Your teacher, what he told me, has earned his position. He's obviously lived life. He had to get the job. He goes to work every day. So he should be respected. Like, okay, you're young. Maybe you're in the wrong. Maybe you two need to have a conversation, away from the kids, but still respect the position. You may not like the person, but the principal has earned his position. And if he does wrong, then he'll be held accountable. And that accountability in people in positions of power. So Canelo, why I mentioned that, is in a position of power. This is what I hear Crips say. This is what they want to tell you. Oh, he could choose anybody. He's the most powerful man in boxing. We need to question it. I said, yeah, but you want to act like he didn't earn it. So you want to trash his resume. You want to bring up these lies about catch weights and rehydration clauses. So basically, you want to tarnish him, and you don't want to respect his position. You don't want to respect anything, right? Challenge the authority. You can challenge authority, but you still need to respect the authority. Like the man behind the badge, the man with the gun, your principal, your boss. They're just a name, right? It's just a name tag. It's just a badge. And if, let's say he'll be replaced tomorrow. It's the position. It's not the person, right? You can challenge him, but you still need to obey and respect and protect. And then if you really have something, your boss, grabbed your ass, he won't be there tomorrow. And I've seen it happen. I've had bosses that were abusing the position, and they were no longer there. So Canelo, if he was abusing his position and his power like Fraud Mayweather, that's why we see this guy, this character. He's like, Floyd was he was the king of boxing, and oh, how the mighty have fallen. This guy is a 3-ring circus now. Can you believe that? I mean, Oscar walked away with dignity. Oscar, for all his issues and problems, has dignity. He still runs an organization. He's still in the sport of boxing. Julio Cesar, dignity. Still has his dignity. And I think that's why people disrespect Canelo Alvarez. Aside from his outburst, say, fuck you, man. I need that. Can somebody get that as a soundboard? Fuck you, man. You horrible. You just want payday. I need that in my life on the show. The man has kept his dignity. He hasn't got in trouble. He's not getting exploited for sex tapes. There's no pictures of him, carrying the rainbow flag. The man has really kept his nose clean. I mean, actually, the opposite happened, right? That Canelo's brother got kidnapped or something like that. That's what I heard. But the man, the myth, the legend, Canelo, has maintained his position. He's held this position for, 10 years now? And, one thing about being in a position of power is that people will come for you. I mean, heavy is he who wears the crown, right? Heavy is he who wears the crown. There's a picture of a king, and everybody wants the king's position, but what they never notice is that there's a target on your back. You always have to have security. You could be assassinated. Shit gets real up there. It's lonely at the top. But he's never come down to anybody's level. It's like they want Canelo. They're trying to drag them down to their level. So we see the Crips, how they move, and Stank Davis, wearing purses, and these guys, they just hanky doing cornball shit. They just have no respect for the position, the amount of the power. But if you notice, Earl Spence, Stank Davis, they all say Canelo Alvarez is the man. Away from the crowd in interviews, they have no choice but to acknowledge his accomplishments. Their own fans, they'll say it, but their own fans won't, right? Their own fans will get on here and trash this man. And if anybody accuses me of a Canelo Fest, it's not a Canelo Fest. It's right now, he's the story. He's a story. But if you want me to talk about the next biggest news, I can for a little bit. If anybody wants to hop on, like and subscribe to your boy. So Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, big fight coming up. Are you guys excited? Who's buying the fight? Red, let me see a show of applause. Who's buying the fight? Is anybody buying the fight? Look, Team Stream. I said it. I bought Ryan and Stank. I bought Caleb and David. Loma and Haney, I knew it would be some bullshit, so I was like, nah. I was disappointed in the Stank fight, but I did buy it on the Zone. Oh boy, when I told the Crips that, they were pissed. How dare you do that? Oh my God, that's stealing. I said, bro, the Zone was the co-promoter. So, Earl Spence, man, I'll probably go do something. I'm not in the least interested. Maybe there'll be a fight party. I can go watch it. Even if it's somewhere, maybe $20. Go have some drinks with some friends. Basically make it a night out. When I watched Stank and Ryan, I wanted to focus. I was like, I wanted to be there. And I was going to go to a fight party. But I didn't really pursue it because I'm like, man, they're casuals. I want to focus. I want to drink. I want to eat. And I want to watch the fight. I don't want to be chasing babies. I don't want to be talking to wives. I don't want no distractions. Same with David and Caleb. No distractions. Plus, it wasn't a big fight. But Earl Spence, Stank Crawford. I don't know. It's to me, unless I'm mistaken, there's no hype. Alfredo says I haven't watched the press conference for Crawford or Spence, so no excitement. Yeah, I mean I look because I follow a lot of boxing, so it'll come up on my feed, but I haven't really been. I did not look. Stank and Ryan was everywhere. It was on TikTok, it was on Instagram, it was on Twitter. I mean, I couldn't get away from it. Everywhere I looked, it was these guys. On Instagram, everything was Ryan Garcia. A little bit of Stank, but mostly Ryan Garcia. And the rehydration and Oscar and it was a massive event. I mean, 1.2 million buys is not a coincidence. It is not an exaggeration. People, when I talk, I said it was going to break records. It was going to be the biggest fight of the year. It was on BDA, and it was maybe in last November. I wish I could play the clip. And people laughed at me. You really think it's that big? No. I said, bro, you don't realize how big Ryan Garcia is. And then paired with Stank Davis, he does have a built-in following. So that fight is massive. And then it does a million. People said 300,000, 400,000. The most I heard, people said 600,000, and then a reach was 800,000. And then the numbers kept coming in. It was the height, the reported. And again, it's not fact, it's reported, but it's pretty close to accurate as you're gonna get in these YouTube streets. Was 1.2 million. Like, subscribe, comment, drop a comment. I put the link. Drop in. Man, it's free smoke. We had a Buster Yimmy. I don't know. Does it? He's promoting this mad crap dude. Mad crap. And they have this like weird crackhead 24/7 stream. He said, "Come to me on neutral platform," which is his friend's stream, because I guess to him that's neutral. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Crawford Sprints. Look, here's what it is, man. I had the argument last night. Because believe it or not, it's not even, is Canelo the king, still the king? He's the reigning king. And I think he'll continue to be the king for years to come, even after he leaves the sport. Because look, it always comes back to him. And I'm going to show you how and why. Crawford and Spence. Like I said, I had the argument last night. A cut was excited. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't wait. We'll have two black," because it was like us versus some Crips. So he was really hyping up the Crips. He's like, "Oh, it's two black fighters. It's amazing. We've never seen this before. It's the biggest fight of the decade. It's Hagler Hearns, it's Leonard Hearns, or Leonard Duran. No, Leonard Hearns, right? Because it's two black guys. Right? That's what it is. It's the greatest fight ever." And so I said, "Bro, I'm happy for you." To me, it's team stream. It's whatever. It's because they made us wait 6 years. And his ass, I said, "Are you happy? It's okay they made you wait 6 years?" And the Crips, they jump in. "Oh, well, there wasn't no money in the fight. They weren't no money. Didn't nobody know who they were. So they had to let it marinate." And the cuck, he goes, he's convinced. He's hoodwinked. He goes, Yeah, they're right, man. I don't know why you're hating, Frank. They had to wait. I said, "So you're okay with them waiting 6 years?" Yeah, I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm glad you said that. So then why are you not willing to wait 2 years, 4 years for Canelo? Shouldn't they marinate it? I mean, it's somewhat big. I think it does a million, but man, let's let David beat some people. Canelo, fight Berlanga, and they build it up, just like Crawford and Spence did. No, let's have them fight one time a year for 6 years, and then finally, when the guy's 36 years old, okay, one guy's damn near retired, because when Canelo fought Triple G, they said, "Oh, he was old," and I think he was only 34. But one way to discredit is he was old. This guy is 36. So he's out of his prime. He's been inactive. He's fought one time in 2 years. He's fought one time in 2 years. You tap one guy. His last fight was David Abenusian. And it was like loaded gloves or the gloves ripped on some fucking black crime. It was ridiculous. Dude, it's like 25,000 people watched it. And it must have been like, you know, his friends and family are like, he's from Omaha, Nebraska. So like 25 Nebraskans. And that's where the guy was from, the cut. Bought the fight. And then you have this Earl Spence guy. He's been in accidents. Gets hella fat. They have his girlfriend videotapes him like maybe drunk or high on fentanyl or like dude is out of it. I mean, he's like fucking hammered. And you have that coupled with he's been out 14 months. So there's that. 14 months he hasn't fought. Okay. So you got that. And now they're coming to fight. After they've made us wait since last June. I want to say that's the last time Crawford fought. Well, whatever, 14 months ago when he calls out this Crawford guy. Dude, they've been negotiating for a year and a half. They've been negotiating. They've been talking about it for 6 years. Then Crawford goes to division 4 years ago. Then he gets the division and fights nobody. Now, they'll tell you, oh, it's business. It's business, though. And that's what the Crip said. He says, well, they had to marinate. It was business. They had to negotiate. So so I asked the cut, well, why can't Canelo do that? Let them negotiate for a year and a half to build it. Nah, he's ducking. Do you see the double standard? That's why I can't, in good conscience, not only support Crawford and Spence, because before I was like, wow, it's a good fight. I mean, they're good fighters. But when I seen how they move, when you talk to real boxing fans, like the homies, CCD, James, Larry, listen, these guys who know boxing will tell you, bro, they just fuck people, they milk people, and it's a rematch. They're going to milk it again. It's a scam. You're being hustled. Your hard-earned working American dollars. These guys, they're not into boxing. They don't love boxing. They're not passionate like you are. It's a job to them, and that's fine. I don't need my doctor. I don't need my lawyer. I don't need my police officer. I don't need you. You don't need to be obsessed with your job, right? I mean, unless you're like fucking Elon Musk or Bill Gates and you want to be a billionaire. You know, most people they go to work, you know, collect their paycheck and they're happy. And that, you know, and society runs well like that. You can't have everybody being fucking psychopaths going for billions, right? But you got to have some kind of passion, bro. You know, some kind of passion, you know, because passion, it transcends. There's something that people sense in Canelo Alvarez and Oscar De La Hoya and Julio Cesar. You sense the passion, this desire to be great, and they pump Mexican. You know, it gets you excited. It's like, it's up, you know, for Mexico, and they do the national anthem, and they got the mariachis, and they got 60,000 screaming fans. It's like it's fucking big, bro. You know, it's fucking massive. And these guys, they have no passion. It's like another day at the office. You listen to Crawford, it's like watching bun cake. The guy has a personality of a fucking bun cake. You know, I say bun cake because there's no frost, there's no filling, there's no extras, there's no sprinkles. It's fucking bun cake. I like bun cake. It's delicious. But I go to Starbucks, I get my lemon ice cake, which is smacking. That with an Americano, oh man, life is good. And then Spence, the drunk pirate, I cannot understand him. He's dressed like Steven Urkel. And I literally cannot understand them. And then the audacity of these guys. The audacity of Earl Spence to say Sting Davis is the face of boxing. But he did say Canelo's the best. See, notice they'll shout out Canelo. They'll give him his props, but they'll be a backhanded compliment. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't expect anything less from my enemy. 300 over here. Okay? Versus everybody. right? So they'll compliment the man. Because you can't knock his accomplishments. Because if you're in boxing, you're actually in boxing. You're a fighter. You can never deny a man that you're basically your peer, right? Your peer. It's like going to work, and let's say you have a hierarchy. You have the mid manager, you have the night shift manager. You have to acknowledge, okay, I don't have a title. He's night shift manager. It ain't shit. But he's at the company 15 years, and they finally gave him a fucking promotion. Like, okay, you're incompetent, so we'll just make you night shift manager. Okay? And then, matter of fact, assistant night shift manager. Which that's an accomplishment, though. But when these guys get a belt, they get some kind of accolade, undisputed pound for pound. It's undeniable. Us as fans, we can deny it, right? Because we're fans. We're on the outside looking in, and we can dissect it. But basically, it'd be like being a hater at work. It's like you don't even respect the assistant night shift manager, for the 2 to 4 shift. Like maybe it's just 2 to 4 shift, right? Maybe he manages 2 people and you don't even answer to him, right? But you do have to acknowledge his position. You don't have a title and he does. And the beauty about boxing is that you could have a position, right? Like Teal, and then you relinquish it. So it's like, I don't want to be assistant night shift 2 to 4 manager. And I don't want to be responsible for managing people. Then you go to the back of the line, right? Now you're not official. Now you're just another guy. So that's like boxing. You go to another division. As with me and Sobers was breaking it down earlier. You're just another guy. You have to work your way back up. It's like going to another job, right? You were a manager. You were a general manager. You go to a new job, and you could be it. Maybe they give you general manager, right? But nobody respects that. You know why? Because you haven't earned it. They're gonna have Bill. Bill really knows. Like Bill knows it. Bill's been a 20-year general manager, and here you have some young punk just graduated from fucking USC, and now he's general manager. He doesn't get respect. It was like given to him, but he did earn it. And if you've been there 5 years and you haven't worked your way up, you got to respect them, right? So these guys, they do respect the accolades. But Spence, what he wants to tell you is he goes on this rant about how titles, what do they, why do they make us pay? I don't know where the money's going. And all the cut media, oh my God, congratulations. Earl Spence is speaking against the man, and the belts are evil, and blah, blah, blah. Suleiman responds that actually it does provide a lot of services for when these guys are done with boxing. And currently, they have a ton of programs around the world with the sanctioning fees. Because that's what it was about. Earl Spence went on a rant and said, I don't know what they do with these sanctioning fees. I'm getting ripped off. Well, Earl, the hypocrite, the double standard, the crib narrative, they let you keep those belts for 14 months while they're inactive. They let you sit on the sidelines after an accident. So where's the love? Damn, I told you, these mofos will turn on you in a heartbeat. They have no respect. No respect. Anarchists. But I even think anarchists have principles. That's why I call them Crips. Why? Because Crips have no principles. I think anarchists, cult leaders, if you're in a cult, you have principles. If anything, those type of organizations are formed through principles, through ideals, nothing concrete. It's just a belief in an ideal that you can get behind. So Earl, what he wants to do is topple the beast. He wants to basically benefit off of the organizations. So you take your benefit, and then once you get to the top, you don't want to pay them anymore. So fuck it. I don't want them anymore. And isn't that the opposite of Canelo Alvarez? Canelo Alvarez, what he does is they allow him to keep his belts, right? Because he fought B-Ball. They let him keep the belts. And then he fought Triple G and let him keep the belts. He fights Ryder. He goes back to fighting the mandatories. And he gets it. He gets the game. Now, Canelo came out and started bashing the organizations, and they let him do whatever he wants. How long do you think before the organizations attack him and strip him? Like, oh, this dude wants to fucking boss up and act like we don't matter? Fuck you, right? Fuck you. fuck are you? But when Earl does it, Earl Spence, he does it. Oh, they applaud him. Oh my, and you can't speak out against it, and we know why. The complexion for the protection. It's like, bro, these guys have free reign. They can trash you. They can step on you. They can kick you. You know, they can steal your girlfriend. They can steal your lunch, and that's all good. It's all good in the hood. But let Nello do it. Let us do it. Like Josh Taylor. Bro, they stripped his ass right away. They stripped that UK white boy right away. They did not hesitate. So what did he do? He said, fuck that shit. I'm going to drop that shit. I'm not paying for that shit. And he speaks out. It's not a good look, bro. He speaks out. Do you think they let him go for long? I don't know, man. Hey, like, side, subscribe, comment, man, hop in. I'm just going in on Crawford and Spence right now, bringing it back to Nello. Never Sobers was in the building. Damn, what happened to everybody, man? Is people, what are people doing, man? Are they here? Let's earlier we were talking about the heavyweights. So I'm gonna go back to that. Larry Liston, my boy, was talking about that shit. He's talking about Baby Anderson. And before, it was just as Never Sober jumped in and, giving his 2 cents, telling us what the real is. So we were talking about the heavyweights. And I noticed something. So we have the boxing media wanting to put pressure on Canelo Alvarez, right? He's a duck. He's holding on to the belts. They'll tell you everything. He needs to drop the belts, which they never said to Crawford or Spence, and they're way more active than him, but let's just ignore that. What else can people help me out here? So he needs to drop the belts. He's being protected. All the riffraff, and then it gets even worse. This is the sport of boxing, and he needs to fight somebody now. You have these guys, Alan Usyk, who I believe he has 3 belts. He has 3 belts. Last fought, I want to say, last year in August. And we're already in June. We're going to be smashed. We're already June 21st. Yikes. We're already midway through the year, guys. Boxing has had a good year. So far. So Alan Usyk has 3 belts. And then you have Tyson Fury with 1 belt. And when was the last time this fucker fought? Last year too? 2 inactive white champions. All they do is talking. They're just talking. They're supposed to fight in April. They've been meaning to fight 10 times this year. 10 times. Nothing. It's sickening. It's disgusting. And there's no pressure. There's no pressure from the cut media. And there's no pressure from the critics. And there's no pressure from the supposed objective media YouTubers. The guys that come on and pretend to be objective. Analytical, objective. Not a fanboy. So basically, I'm going to just say not a fanboy. Us over here, 300, I guess we're fanboys. I'm a fanboy. I can't be completely objective. Do I dislike certain fighters? Yeah, I said it. I dislike Davina Hanke. I'm not afraid to say it. So anyway, I noticed that today. I said, man, these guys will really pressure the king of boxing, the guy who's keeping it afloat, the guy who sells millions of pay-per-views, the guy who makes you money, you media, you YouTubers. Bro, he's the most searched thing. That's why the title, it rings bells on porn everywhere, because this title attracts people. They're going to come, they're going to watch, and they're going to feel some type of way. Right? You don't sell with reason and logic. You sell with emotion. Right? So they have to sell you the narrative that he's ducking. It gets people riled up. I'm mad as hell and I can't take it anymore. How dare you say Canelo's ducking? Oh, hell no. Nah. Fuck that. Right? You get pissed off. Right? Like, because nobody cares about David. So you gotta trigger people, right? And clickbait them. You go on Twitter, YouTube, you gotta grab their attention. You gotta speak from the heart. You gotta speak with some emotion, man. You gotta sway people. But they're not doing that for Tyson Fury and Usyk. There's no noise. We're talking about, bro, the undisputed championship of the world. Undisputed. Not just for, it wasn't Wilder Fury, two guys that people had put their hopes on. We're talking about Alexander Usyk, former undisputed cruiserweight champion, Olympian, goes and beats basically like the face of boxing. Anthony Joshua sells stadiums, sells pay-per-views, makes $80 million a fight. Makes $80 million a fight. Not counting endorsements. That guy fucking moves mountains. And Alexander beats him not once, but twice in his hometown. He does this. Okay, people get behind him. But now he's not fighting. And there's no pressure. Tyson Fury, he hasn't even done what fucking Alexander Usyk is. I mean, his claim to fame is smashing out, Kane Wilder. No pressure. The guy's a buffoon, right? He's this media clown. He just goes on Twitter. He goes on YouTube, makes a video talking shit to people. He wants to fight UFC now. Like, he's going the Floyd Mayweather route. Fine. That's fine, man. Every man needs to do what he needs to do to earn a buck. You do what you got to do. Get it how you live it. But where's the pressure? Where are these supposed objective boxing fans? Well, I'm just a fan of the sport. I'm not a fan of fighters. I just support the sport, and I want to see the best fight the best. I don't care for anybody. Where are you? Where's the pressure? Is it fanboying because you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take Tyson Fury's side. Alexander Usyk, you ain't shit. You don't sell shit. The only way you make money is fighting my boy Tyson Fury, right? And then where's the boxing fans? Because Fury has a fan base, right? He has a bunch of fanboys. Where is Alexander Usyk, which would be, to me, boxing fans? Because I don't know if he has any real fans like David, right? They're like the boxing purists for boxing fans. Because media. Where's the pressure? Hey, Alexander. Hey, go fight, Tyson Fury. You got one belt. You only beat Deontay. Why are you not fighting this man? It's undisputed. Fight this man. You're ducking. These Crips go to Crip channels. You know what they'll do? They'll argue. It's either, there's like literally like, I'm going to say three things. They argue about three things. They're like Crawford. They're going to argue about Crawford and Spence. They argue about the negotiations. They argue about who's going to win. They argue about who had the bigger purse split. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Or A side, B side. All the great Fraud Mayweather talking points. The second thing they'll talk about, Stank Davis. Pretty much Stank Davis, right? He's the face of boxing because now they have that. Oh, now the new one. The winner of Spence Crawford, number one pound for pound. That's it. I mean, and if they don't get it, Green Magazine and ESPN, they're going to be at their throats crying racism and we get disrespected. I already seen it. They're already making the waves and noises for that drama show. So Stank Davis too, pound for pound, face of boxing. Last night they were telling me he beats up on every Mexican. Devin Haney's running from him. Shakira's running from him. Blase, blase. Number 3, Devin Haney. That's who they talk about. That's their show. It's one of those three things. That's it. And then outside of that, and basically the pillar, so you got the 3 pillars, and then the capstone is Canelo Alvarez. So, they suck you in with the Canelo Alvarez talk. They're just gonna bash you over the head till they make you quit, cry, or complain. And then if you beat them, they'll boot you. Like if they can't take your verbal assault, they will time you out or they will boot you. So they'll suck you in with the Canelo clickbait, and then they'll go on to their 3 pillars. Crawford and Spence, they're the best, the number 1 pound for pound. Stank Davis is the new face of boxing. He's a legend. He's already a Hall of Famer. And then Davina Hanke, because he conquered Lomachenko. That's how they say Lomachenko. Davina Hanke is the best fighter on the planet for beating Lomachenko. And Stank Davis is the second best fighter on. No, Crawford is the best. The winner of Crawford. Well, they're number 1 and number 2. So the best fighters on the planet are Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. And then the winner becomes number 1. But the loser's number 2 anyway. Like, basically, they set it up so they can't lose. So the loser becomes, well, no, they'll put the loser at number 3. So they'll put the winner, number 1 pound for pound. The loser goes to 3. And then that way, Stank Davis or Davina Hanke can move to number 2. So they've kind of managed it so that those guys can be 1, 2, and 3 in whatever order, right? And it's crazy that the loser of Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence will be number 3. Mark my words, it's going to happen. And the ring, they'll have to fall in line because they do have a policy. It's like Canelo hasn't fall off, right? Because he fights the best guy. So they'll tell you as well, he fought the biggest challenge, and it was a close fight. And we have to keep they're Hall of Famers anyway. That's what they're gonna do to keep those guys at the top. And my thing is my pushback. See, man, you always gotta have pushback. Anything in life is gonna get pushback. I know me saying these things is gonna get pushback. The difference between me and them is I welcome it. I accept it. I thrive off of it. I couldn't do it without it. Okay? What they would do is block you, lie on you, and basically try to cancel you. Huge, huge difference. They don't thrive on competition. They basically turn a blind eye to it. Because any challenge to their opinion has to make you think. Right? Because it's easy to get sucked into an echo chamber. Me and Sobers didn't agree on everything. You see, when I was battling that Crip, I think it's hood to hood commentary boxing, hood to hood boxing, he couldn't handle a different opinion. He was scrambling. He used basic tropes. I wasn't smart. He challenged my IQ. He said that I wasn't speaking facts, blase, blah, 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 blinkety, blah, blue. You know, bloopity, bloop, bloop, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they start spinning their wheels. So with the Crawford Spence thing, they have set it up so that they're 1 and 2. The winner becomes number 1, and the loser becomes number 3. Right? If they could, they'd make it number 2 because there's going to be a rematch. That's another way to sell it. You have 2 pound for pound guys in the rematch because there's going to be a rematch, bro. They're milking it for everything it's worth. Right? So this is the battle we're up against with these guys. It's like, and the cuck media gets behind it. They allow these false narratives. And my pushback is, wait a minute. You're telling me they're okay. I could accept. Let's put them 8 and 9. Let's put on the pound for pound. Let's put Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence 8 and 9. I'll even give them that, or maybe 10 and honorable mention. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's put Earl Spence because he has 3 belts. Like I said, we do have to honor and respect the position. So the belts are the position. He's earned the belts the hard way. You know, I think he ducked Manny Pacquiao, but that's another day, another story. So Earl Spence is number 10. And Terrence Crawford is honorable mention. Because, I mean, you know what they say? It's weird. The Crips, they say that the Crips mostly support Earl Spence from what I see. Because he's like PBC, he's down. And they always slandered Bud because he was like selling out to White Master Bob. Right? He wasn't down with them. He wasn't a real street ninja. You know, he wasn't a real street ninja. You know how it is. You know how we paraphrase it, how we isolate people. And that Terrence Crawford had to cross the street. So he does. But in between now and then, I mean, his resume at 147 is very suspect. I'm sorry, bro. What? Beating Jeff Horn, Awash Porter, Mean Machine, and David Avanesian, it makes you a Hall of Famer. It makes you a great fighter. Now, here's what they do. The reason they have him there is because of something for like 7 years ago. He was undisputed 7 years ago. But here you guys have recently Teofimo undisputed. Well, he has the claim to undisputed. And no love. No love. They give him no love. You seen what I had that. They give him no love. Tyler was washed. This, that, and third. You can't tell you. I can't explain how you can have this guy Terrence Crawford beating at Avanesian with loaded gloves. Well, they ripped. It's suspect. Very suspect. Suspected. That's it. Before I'm slandering something. Alleged. Suspected. Good reason to believe that there were some shenanigans. But this guy's he's going to be number one. If Crawford wins, he's number one. He beat a drunk pirate that was inactive for 14 years, but he's number one and he's number 3. And then you can slide in Stank Davis. Stank Davis or Davina Hankey will be number 2. I think by the end of the year, they'll find a way to make that happen. I don't think Davina Hankey fights Regis Prograis. I don't think he rematches Lomachenko. And he's definitely not fighting Shakira Stevenson. So what's he going to do? Well, let me say this. I think the most impossible is that he rematches Lomachenko. Because he feels if he can make it a boring fight and really limit Loma, he'll get the more 9-3 scorecards. Because he can fight in a way to make it just an ugly fight to where Loma can't do anything. And Loma's just going to be a year older. I mean, if he does fight Loma, I'm predicting, bro, he waits till this time next year. I do. I don't know. Because I can't see him fighting Regis Prograis. But if he doesn't and he goes up to 140 and he fights a soft touch, they'll put him at number 2. They'll put him at number 2 pound for pound. And Stank Davis, I mean, does he fight again this year? Because look, man, if Spence Crawford fight and it's a close fight, it's not gonna be immediate. They're gonna milk it. They're gonna milk it for more press. It's gonna be another year. If Crawford wins, you know what? If you're Earl Spence, why would you go immediately? Drag it out, make the guy, make him inactive and not fight for another year. Make him 37, closer to 38, right? And if you're Crawford, do you go back in with Earl Spence again right away, or do you go on a media tour? Like, I'm 2-time undisputed, the greatest of all time, number 1 pound for pound, and you make it for a year. So those guys, they're not gonna fight again. So Stank Davis, maybe he comes back in December. He takes a Isaac Cruz rematch, or I don't know who's out there. Isaac Cruz rematch, or some kind of mid name that you can get away with. I can't really think of, but he's not going to fight the top guys. But let's say he fights Isaac Cruz and he ends up stopping Isaac Cruz. He's number 2 pound for pound. He's number 2 pound for pound. Not me, not my opinion. But I'm telling you what the Cucks and the Crips, the narrative that they'll run with. That's what it's going to be. That's what I see in my crystal ball. And between now and then, well, you have the heavyweights not fighting. You have these guys going to fight one time and then take a year off. You have Stank Davis fighting a cupcake in December. You have Davina Hankey taking the rest of the year off and maybe fighting in December, a cupcake. And somehow these guys will surpass Inouye, should he be full, and they'll surpass Canelo Alvarez, who, if he takes on Charlo, is a very dangerous fight. and that people consider maybe possibly pound for pound. He is I want to say, 2-time champion, undefeated, taking on a tough challenge. Munguia, should he stay the course, fights John Ryder, beats John Ryder. And what if Ryder gives Munguia a tough fight? They're not going to give Canelo no credit. I like Munguia, but Ryder could give him a tough fight. And he's in a tough fight. They'll hail Munguia, and it would actually make Canelo's win better, but he'll still get no credit. So this year, Canelo had fight Ryder, who's a tough guy. Munguia will fight him and show how tough he really is. Then he comes back and fights Charlo, a dangerous fight. I think Berlanga is going to spark out quickly, and he's going to look tough. So Munguia, Berlanga, Charlo, Benevidez are all looking tough. I mean, we've seen David fight Caleb Plant in a tough fight. Taylor, for all the shit, Caleb Plant put up a good fight. So Canelo, out of all these guys, is going to have the toughest fight. Right? And here's how I bring it back full circle. See, this is what happens when you put your thinking cap on. You're going to have Terrence Crawford, who I think is going to knock out Errol Spence, beat an inactive guy too. So Terrence Crawford beats Errol Spence off of a 14-month layoff, and it's the greatest fight of the decade. He's going to be fighter of the decade. They're going to give it to him for that. Cherry picking. Being a drunk pirate, out of shape, roided up, hasn't fought in 14 months. And Canelo fighting an active guy gets no credit. Think about it. And then you have these heavyweights not fighting each other. David not fighting the toughest opponent in Morrel. Maybe David, you should fight Boo Boo, who's inactive. But don't give him all the credit in the world. So, man, you can see that when you break it down, when you analyze this boxing game, because it is a game, this killer be killed, dog eat dog, survival of the fittest, who can sell the best lies. You can see how the shit falls into place, into pieces. But you and I, Alfred, James, we're trying to make sense. There it is, trying to organize the chaos. That's one of the biggest things I learned in life. The epitome of success is organization. If you want to be successful in this YouTube streets, if you want to be successful in social media, Twitter, Instagram, like basically social media, basically influencers. So I want to be an influencer. I need a team. I need a graphics design guy. I need a sound guy. I need a media guy. I need a setup. It's not cheap. Even if I give a guy $50 a day, it's still $50 a day. I need to make double that in order to make it worth my while. But I would. If people wanted a solid ass channel and they wanted some good information, it costs money. You know what I mean? Because I can't be talking and pulling up, basic organization. Sergeant. Yeah, I could do that, but you know what I was taught? Success is finding people smarter than you. A secret to success is surrounding yourself with people smarter than you. And it's also delegation. So I need a real sharp person that could, that's savvy with social media, Instagram, and I would set up a podcast or a channel that they could, when I want something, I can have it. Like, I'm the mouth. I'm the like, they don't love boxing. I love boxing. So I delegate. I say, yo, I need this information. I need you to do a 3-day search of David. Where has he been? And I can just see me and Sober waste of time going through that. Right? But I could have somebody like Bam Boom Bam Bing and it's organization. Right? It's an organized a SEAL team 6, a 6 men organized and trained would defeat a whole army. Arnold Schwarzenegger taught us that. Commando. Fucking Predator. A trained, highly skilled, organized man can beat a gang of 10. His organization. Having things on point. but that's what I'm saying about the boxing world. It's like it's organized chaos, right? Like David can't keep up, bro. He's probably looking. He's getting, he's looking on his social media, probably Instagram, YouTube. He sees he's trending, and he's seen all these people mentioning him. Okay, here we go.
What up?
Bringing the heat. Holla, 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 holla. Yo,
what's going on? What's going on?
What's up, bro? I keep asking you what's up. Tell me what's up.
Now I'm chilling, bro. I was just listening and to some interviews or some shit. I was fucking I was looking into some shit. Damn, bro, I didn't even realize Berlanga Quigley was this week, bro. Fuck, there's zero hype for that fight. Zero.
We
got zero. Damn, bro. I don't even think Rapid has fucking talked about that shit. I think we don't got no fights this week. But next week we should have a banger.
Wait, next week? What's next week?
Yeah. I think that's Virgil, no? Virgil fights Stanionis. I'm pretty sure.
July 8th. Is July 8th next week?
I mean, yeah, it's already this Saturday's the 24th, so I believe so, right? Oh, wait.
No, next Saturday is the 1st.
Oh, it's the 1st. Fuck, are there no fights next week?
I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Boxing does itself no favors, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't. Damn, let me look it up, bro. I don't think there's.
This week is J-Rocks versus Adames.
Oh yeah, and Berlanga.
And Berlanga, however you want to say it.
Salute. Oh, there is. You're right, bro. You're right. Fuck.
Yo, I'm July always 1st. Right, dog. Don't ever question.
Nah, bro. No, next week. It's Jared Anderson fights next week. That's like the biggest name next week. He's fighting Charles Martin. Yeah, he's fighting Charles Martin. That's kind of a shit fight, though.
He's a late replacement.
And Charles Martin sucks too. He's like the fakest champ. I think he's the worst. He might be a faker champ than Rolly, bro, or around the same, to be honest.
Yeah, dude is you know what he is? He's a mercenary. He's the guy you call to bring in to lose. Make it look good and go down.
Yeah, he's the name, right? He's just the name on a prospect's resume.
Yeah, he's a former world champion, which you can't overlook. But
did you see? Go ahead. Did you see how he won his belt?
Remind me.
The guy, his opponent, I forgot, some old Ukrainian. They were fighting, and then he twisted his ankle, or he blew his knee out. And then,
Are you serious?
They didn't even really scrap. I think it was only like a round, bro. And then they were moving around, and then this dude blew his knee out, and then he won the belt.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, look, bro. Why do you think Eddie Hearn paid Charles Martin like $7 million to fight, or some shit like that, to fight AJ? AJ blew him out like in a round, I believe.
Oh boy, dude, and you know what? But all people hear is title. He was a champion. You know?
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I'm just looking into who was the Russian guy he fought. Who's the Russian guy he fought? It was some shit.
No, I seen the opponent that was supposed to fight Big Baby, and go ahead.
It was the Kazakh guy, right? That's the guy you're talking about.
It's some big ass Russian fucker. He was no joke.
Yeah, he was Kazakhstan. I think he had a gang of KOs too. Allegedly, he couldn't get into the country through the due to visa issues, but I don't really believe that shit either.
I don't believe it either. You know what? Fuck it. Like, hey, do I have to believe everything?
Fuck no. A lot of boxing smoke and mirrors.
Like, I don't believe Jermaine Ortiz missed weight on by accident.
Oh, you think he did on purpose?
I believe he did it on purpose.
Damn.
Because
I mean,
people wanted him to fight Shakira Stevenson, and that was what was gonna happen next. That's why he was on a big card. That's why he was like the co-main event, because it was obviously leading somewhere. And then I think they pulled the plug because he was too dangerous.
You think so? Probably, man. I wouldn't even doubt it. I wouldn't even doubt it.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's a suspicion. It's an allegation. It's me putting my tinfoil thinking cap on. And here's why. I told Sobers earlier. is because they want Kambosos is fighting next month, so that's who they want to feed Shakira to.
Oh, you mean that they want to feed Kambosos to Shakir?
Yes.
Yeah, that Maxi Hugh guy's fuck man. Who did he? I think he only beat like I don't really know who he beat, to be honest. I think Ryan Garcia was supposed to fight him too.
Who are you talking about now?
Maxi Hughes, right? What wasn't Maxi Hughes supposed to fight Kambosos?
That is who he's fighting in July.
All right. Yeah, my bad. I got confused for a sec.
So it looks like the stars are aligning for Kambosos to get a good win, and then he'll be fed to Shakira.
You think what if I don't know, man. What if he gets that win and then he says he calls out Teofimo for a rematch at 140? I think I'd rather. Yeah.
No. That ship has sailed. Number one, Teo's he's retired, and Kambosos knows he'll lose. Like he knows he got that was a close fight, and he got knocked down.
Yeah.
So I think they pay Kambosos a shitload of money to sell the booty to Shakira.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, but let's say he beats Maxi Hughes and then Teofimo's there, and I think I'm only saying this because he took Teofimo's so they could probably make that a big fight in Australia or something, and then Teofimo kind of just knocks him out or blows him out.
Yeah, that I hear what you're saying, but I think right now the plan is. So here's what I said before about that. I think Kambosos will wait before he's basically his retirement match will be Teofimo. Like he can if he goes to lose a Teo now, his career's over. But he can keep having because people will realize it was a fluke. It's too dangerous.
Now
So
they will say, they would say at 140 he was too small for 140 or something.
something along those lines, but I think he'll hold on to the Teo win for as long as he can, and then when he's ready to cash out and retire, he'll that'll be the fight he tries to get. But right now, so basically he can make money off the Teo win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he has that until a rematch and he loses, then it will look like a fluke. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking sure that Shakira. It looks like all signs are pointing that they will feed Kambosos will be food for Shakira.
Yeah, I think so too. I think man, I don't think Kambosos beats anybody, to be honest. I mean, the only guy he's beat is Teofimo, but I don't know. You gotta. Now I'm starting to wonder if Teofimo was compromised.
Are you like taking a nature walk? Hello?
I don't think that's me. Or I have my window open. I'm next to my window. Maybe that's it.
You're what? I hear a whistle.
You hear a whistle? You still hear it?
Yeah. Yeah. See, somebody said, "Who got birds?"
Hold on, let me check.
It's all good. I mean, it's not. I just.
Oh, it is. It is me, bro. It's my. I have my window open and shit, and fucking there's birds outside fucking flying around.
I was like, "This fool nature walking."
No, it's because I got earbuds on, so I couldn't even hear it and shit.
Yeah. Nah, I know it's cool, man. But so what you think about all this David shit, man? Everybody's got their opinion. What you think
about David? I mean, I don't think he's ducking Morrel. I think Munguia is it's just a bigger fight, bro. It is what it is. Morrel isn't anybody special. You know, I mean, he's a good fighter, but he isn't anybody special right now. Nobody knows who he is. So if you're Benevidez, why wouldn't you fight a guy like Munguia, who's a bigger name, brings more people, and he's a former champion.
So is David ducking? Morrel now?
No, I don't think so. I disagree with anybody that said he's ducking him. You can't duck Morrel if you're gonna fight a guy that's more proven. Even if they don't. Even if the eye test doesn't say so, Munguia is still more proven. You know.
You're saying Munguia is more proven?
I think so. I mean, he has better he might not look it, but I think he has a better resume, even though that resume is not even all that itself.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He can't be Ducky Morrell if he fights Munguia.
Yeah. Do you think? Do you agree with that, or is it? You think he's Ducky?
I don't agree with that. I mean, it's like there's a difference between disagreeing and then like you're full of shit. Fuck you, you know? Like,
yeah.
I see your point. Like I see what you're saying, but I think it is a duck because what I think is Morrel is really dangerous.
Who's that?
That's me.
You fucking added yourself or what?
Yeah, man, because I'm about to switch to my phone. I have to.
Oh shit! Hey, check if Rep's about to go live. I think he went
okay.
live.
Is he live now?
I don't know because I'm on my phone real quick. I can't really check it out. Anybody in the comments, can you see if Rep it's on? I think.
Yeah. Let us know. We'll head on over.
Yeah, I want to see if Rep it's live.
He's got the reach.
Yeah, Rep he brings the people out.
Yeah. We're small beans over here. I'm trying to clout chase off Rep. I'm clout chasing.
Yeah. Thanks for popping up last night too. It was fucking chill, bro. We're all vibing and shit. It was nice.
Yeah, man. It gets real. It gets real, you know.
Hell yeah, bro. It was cool. Fucking next time when I'm around, I'll jump on yours and shit. See me.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what? Like I'm like you, bro. Like you were saying, like it's hard to talk to myself.
Yeah, because it's like you're just looking at the comments, trying to figure out what your next topic is gonna be. You know, it's like how long can I fucking talk about Benevidez ducking by myself? You know.
Yeah, it feels like fucking crazy. Am I echoing?
Nah, damn, that transition was nuts, bro. That shit was clean.
What transition?
You switched accounts because I was talking to you while you're on your whatever you were on before, and then now you sound cleaner on the phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh, now you're echoing.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to keep the music, but fuck the music. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. You had the music on the side or what?
No, the music is on the headphones.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know you could do that on the. I've only gone live for my laptop.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out, man.
Yeah, fucking. I think it's because Repit has he has a paid version, so it's kind of easier to maneuver.
Oh, okay.
All the tools, you know.
I'm using a fucking app on an app, so it's kind of crazy. Is the echo too bad?
Nah.
Okay.
Just mute yourself on the other account. Just like.
Well, I lose the music. I'm trying to keep the music.
Oh, how are you playing the music? You're playing the music through StreamYard or is it something else?
I'm playing the music through the PC. I went live on my PC. Okay, he's live, man. Let's I want to wrap it up anyway. I gotta feed myself. So thanks for coming, guys. Thanks not for jumping in. Like and subscribe. Leave some comments, and we'll see you over there, man.
Head over to the Rapids, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Let's bounce.
Good luck, fucking Frank.
I'll see you in a minute. Like.